I think maybe. Hey, oh, well, hey, there we are, folks. We're back. It's Friday night. It must be Friday night. It must be outside. Phil and Jon Zone. Hey, gentlemen, what are we going to do? Hey, Phil, what you doing, buddy?
I'm chilling on a Friday. Glad to talk to you again, once again. Um,
You too, definitely. Wow, here we go. Let me make sure we are even online. What's going on? Hold on. Did we go online yet? It's starting still. So, and now we're live. Okay, hey, we're live. Hold on a second. Let me do the. Hey, it's the Phil and Jon Zone. Thanks for coming back. It's Friday night. All right, it's out of sight. You know what I'm saying, all right. Well, anyway, here we are. Are we online yet? Let's see what we got. Still trying to refresh it. We are. Okay, we are. Hey, everybody, welcome back. It's the Phil and Jon Zone. Me and back good here with my good buddy Phil Strods from Phil's album
hey,
art
John,
again.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you, buddy? Hey,
I'm
everybody,
doing
welcome
great.
back. It's the Phil and Jon Zone.
Hopefully everybody's safe. And
That's the same way I was. That's what I was exactly what I was just thinking. I hope everybody's doing okay out there tonight and everything feels all right. And we just gonna see what happens. Without a plan again. Let me see if it's doing its thing here.
we talked for 20 minutes before this, and everything's fine. Now I'm all nervous. What's going on? Well, John,
Yes,
we
sir.
have some guests tonight, special guests. Don't tell anybody because they got to stick around.
We do have guests tonight. Yeah, we do. Yeah, but we won't say anything, will we?
Don't say anything. They got to stick around for 7 hours. The bands are going to probably be on at the last minute. We got Fish.
Some of the bands. Oh, you just said it.
Oh, they're going to come back at 9 o'clock when we're still on.
Nick Rubio just logged on to our little video here. Hey, Nick, you're our tester. What do we look like? Do we look old as we used to?
Hey, Nick. I got a photo framed by you that somehow it's by you. It's in my studio downstairs. I'm in the bedroom right now. We're working on transforming this. Yeah, I guess we're going back next week, I do believe, John.
Back to what?
And, yes, yet, because that's quite interesting. Still shell shocked who's coming next weekend and this evening too.
Oh, our special guest next weekend really will be special. And hopefully everything will be ironed out by then. You never know. It's going to be this Memorial Day weekend. Here we go. Memorial Day, memory of all the people and all the soldiers and all the people and all the other veterans and everybody else involved that you've lost. You know, Memorial Day. Plus, it's usually a weekend that's huge with festivals. But
I like to say everybody out in the world from Switzerland to Lithuania to Egypt to Princeton to Wyoming to Decatur to Chicago.
Wyoming, Illinois.
What's up? Yes.
That is what's up. Wyoming, Illinois.
Friend Jody, miss them dearly.
Well, Rich and Jody will be here shortly. I bet you. They came in last time. Hung out with us.
It was made me happy. Missed the days before vending, just to camp.
Oh man, the day we set up, the night before the festival is always that's the best night I think for me always.
Yeah, we have a good one at Shoe. Your little work for you. Yeah, I mean.
I did summer camp for a minute. You've never been to summer camp, have you, Phil?
Well, I have not, and I do believe one of our guests talked to me about I would be the first one. My first summer camp would have been this year.
Yeah.
About artwork. Hope he's doing well. We'll talk.
Yeah, talk about the guests a little more before we announce them. They're not even, I gotta at least let me know. Not too many clues. Anyway, we do hope he's doing excellent, and hopefully he'll be with us in a little bit. He's got a little thing he's doing for the Summer Camp Music Festival tonight.
Give out clues who's coming next weekend also throughout the show.
One of these days we'll give a clue about that. Yeah, one of these days.
Okay.
Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd next week.
Well, yeah, I just watched a documentary on
that. You been working on anything? You been painting this week?
I've been painting, yes. I've been doing signs outside on the deck, which is pretty nice. Fresh air. Pink Floyd documentary. Roger Waters was. This is live.
Now listen, I used to always give the credit for the whole emo culture to like Robert Smith and Depeche Mode and New Order and Joy Division, but I kind of realized I think Roger Waters might have been the beginning of the whole emo culture movement.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way, but
he's got a darkness to him early on.
He's very intellectually, yeah, but his anger and his thing, he should be playing punk rockers.
He'd be like Neil Young. Neil Young wrote all those happy songs about peace, and then he wrote pretty heavy stuff too.
I think I brought it up last week. I'm really intrigued by all these, or into watching all these documentaries on bands from Section Flash, Patti Smith, Fleetwood Mac on Netflix to really understand. I've never seen footage of the Grateful Dead, Bob Weir's story. It's very intriguing, and I like factual, and that's very cool. Got a lot more. If I'm rambling, just stop me.
Last week we had special guest Matt Robinson. He talked about Shoe Fest. Yeah, and we also had a special guest Pete Jive last week, but it was very momentarily.
Pete Jive. Hi, Pete.
Let's talk about Pete Jive for a minute. He's done some great stuff during this whole. He's doing a lot of great music and sharing a lot of good stuff. And
yeah, Pete.
I like Pete Jive. Pete Jive, my favorite. Jive Kitty, get out of here. Get that cat out of here.
I don't like carrots. I plant back in the day. He used to come and sing. I don't like carrots, but I like planting. He'd play with his guitar or sing to it. You'll remember this. And sang to the carrots. So I grow carrots again this year. I don't like carrots. Well, whatever. Sorry, that's one of the things. I like every food.
What about cooked carrots?
I think of a carrot as
what about cooked carrots?
If it's smushed, like in a piece.
Like in beef stew?
I should. Oh, I love it.
Normally, if we were set up at a festival and it was Friday night, you'd probably be cooking dinner right about now.
We never cook. We got great friends. I miss. Hey, Jamie and Chad. Jamie, where's the crock pot?
They went down to see Rich and Jody this weekend.
Crazy. Rich Peter. We had like, it's a beautiful time.
No, Chad is working. They're leaving on Sunday to go get the puppy.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Amy.
Yep.
Hi.
Amy, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I'm just clarifying facts. Okay, I'm just clarifying.
Every good talk show has to have a fact checker.
Hi.
And that's my fact checker.
I was the only fact I know.
Did you give me beer? Is that a fact?
I did get you beer.
Good
They're
morning.
warm, so they're in the freezer right now.
Thank you.
Cheers, John.
Cheers to you, buddy. Cheers to everybody who tuned in so far tonight. We do plan on having a couple special guests tonight.
Watch it 20 times, John.
There's a big to-do this weekend because it would be summer camp weekend and everybody would be out there set up and it would be a full-on event where everybody would be out at summer camp this weekend and have a good time, and music would be flowing through Illinois, and it's just not happening. And it's a big deal, and there's a lot of music that just won't happen this weekend. But we have a special guest coming up here pretty soon. He just saw the link, so we'll see if he gets in. But he's not. I don't know if he's ever played at summer camp. I'm sure he'd been to summer camp. But he's got the link now, so whenever he's ready, he can go ahead and click in. And yeah.
Might it be my friend? I bet you it is my friend.
Yeah, he's a friend of yours. I had to type something to him. I had to send him a message, I guess. We'll see if he comes on in a second. He might even be able to play us a song. This other guest I'm thinking about here. It'd be nice. See what happens. So, what do you got to say there, Phil?
I'm just spacing out. Just let you chime in. I think it's pretty cool that we're doing this. I hope whoever's watching, I hope you like it. I'm just rambling. I'm not I guess I am a social guy. How am I going to, when I see you again, I need a hug.
Yeah, I agree.
Just swab up my nose like they say, but, I had someone who said they thought they had it, got swabbed, and said no, then he went to a doctor and...
All right, I'm gonna bring in our first guest tonight. Is the same guest we tried to have last week, but something came into the situation. So I'm gonna bring in Pete Jive now. Let's see what happens. Let's see.
Hi, Pete.
Pete.
Hi, Pete.
He's connecting to audio right now. We'll see if we can get him in here. Say hi to him. Hey, Pete, can you hear us? Oh, he's gone. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Pete Jive. Last week, almost the exact same appearance last week. I think maybe we'll have to work around. We'll have to work around on Pete to see if we can get him see if we can get him for longer than just a few seconds. Hold on. Hold on, he's typing. Same issue. Don't know how to hear anything. I'll try when I'm at home and learn. Okay, no worries, Pete, man. We'll get you back on next week. Ladies and gentlemen, Pete Jive. Give it up. Tuesday nights, 420. Pete Jive plays every Tuesday night for live music. Give him a plug. Go follow Pete Jive if you haven't already. All right, we love you guys. And it's Chester, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for our segment, Live with Chester. So, Chester, how's your week been? How are you feeling about isolation, buddy?
Oh, Chester. Look at these people. There's people on there. Where the people? You know Pete. We got Pete's shirt. Yeah. Say hi to Sheila. Sheila's dogs look like Pete. Yeah. All right. Go.
And this is Phoebe right here. As you can see, this is Phoebe Cat. So we're gonna try to get Pete back on next week. We do have another special guest lined up in about 20 minutes or so. You still have to bear with Phil and I until then.
Where did he go?
He can't figure out how to hear. Apparently, when he's on there, he's probably trying to do it like on his phone at the same time. So it's all interconnected and confusing. And perhaps we'll get it figured out. That's all we can say, folks. This is my cat Phoebe. This is where she's kind of like my parrot in a lot of ways. He's probably trying.
Hi, Phoebe.
Let's see here. Phoebe, you want to make an appearance? This is how Phoebe talks. What's up? You messing with John Riven? This is my Phoebe the cat. Meow.
You know.
Give me a parrot. This is my parrot. It hurts a little bit, but it's okay.
Yeah, we got a cat. Laura hated cats, but we get a cat.
I'll say that. Well, yeah, cats can be
I love that.
temperamental.
I live in the suburbs, man. People come over and it's like, I got like 7 varieties. I got
It's 4:12.
What?
We have 8 minutes till 4:20. I wonder what time we'll get our next guest on. They're all kind of random. If you want to be a guest on the show, this is an advertisement for the Phil and Jon Zone. And if you'd like to be a guest on the Phil and Jon Zone, all you really have to do is send me a message on the book or whatever, and I'll send you the link, and you can be on the show. You could play a song, you could tell a story, you could dance, we prefer like keep it clean, zero politics. You know, we're talking about music in this and festival and events of what we're doing. But you are welcome to join us if you'd like. Now.
Oh, and buy some artwork from John Griffin and Phil Strauss.
All the artwork's for sale. Phil Strauss, his artwork's for sale. We definitely have artwork that we have been making.
I think I don't promote it. I know.
Well, normally we would be at a festival tonight. It's the night before Memorial Day. Hey, Bob Spurger, what's happening? Kevin Berger joined. Janine Catchpole Pink's here. My wife, Amy Griffin, a whole bunch of other good folks have joined the room. We appreciate you guys being here tonight, spending your Friday afternoon with us. Weather report outside. It's kind of nice. Today, 4 of my neighbors mowed their lawn at the exact same time. It was awesome.
Yeah, we have a thing with it. My neighbor, our next door neighbor, every Thursday is our routine to cut their lawns. And some people don't cut them. I live in Aurora. Hey, I'll bring it up. I live in Aurora. I paint.
Party on, dude.
Got records, you're gonna throw them away. Hit me up. I'll take them. I'll do a custom piece if you want. You're gonna throw them away. Covers too. If you don't have the album, I'll take the cover. Old cedar wood, barn wood. I would really love. I'd come and pick it up. It's something that you need. Custom work, artwork. But I could use some barn wood or cedar wood or.
You're looking for some reclaimed wood, possibly.
Correct. That's the right. It's hard to find. I'm not going to pay for it. You know, people. I've stopped at some farmers. You start to know. I understand. don't like asking for things, but I did.
I think that's just human nature. We don't like asking for things. It's just something that we don't always want to do. But even the squeaky wheel, they say, like the James Taylor song or whatever, it's a squeaky damn wheel that gets the grease, man.
I love James Taylor.
And me too. Me too. So what else is new?
What else is new? Well, I got it. I'm waiting for. Do we have a guest? What else is new? A lot of gardening. Really pissed off at the weather. Now it's gonna be like 85, and I'm a big gardener. Everybody know. You can see my garden signs. Go to my Facebook. And go to Elman Artwork, and if you want one of my signs, there'll be more posted tomorrow and Sunday. I will ship them out. I have a lot of garden signs. It's my list of simple ones. You're not going to see it now, but if you want something custom, hey, no dogs allowed, no trespass. I don't care if you want to use swear words. I'll paint it for you, custom. Hit me up on Facebook. Once you give me your address, I'm going to make it for you. A lot of people are interested in it, but if you say you want it, I'm not good. Just give me your address. It'll be at your house, and then you pay me. How's that sound? But I have a lot of cool stuff, a lot of goofy stuff. Shout out to Jeffrey, Hi Ho Gems in Tinley Park.
Yeah, Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeffrey. Talked to him, video chatted, doing a big 4-foot sign for outside of his shop. Great guy. Jon Zone.
Oh, Machete would like to ask if you had the opportunity to do any birdhouses lately.
Yeah, Machete. Hey, Machete. Yes, I have. Yes. I stole them all today. No. There's a bat house for you, a butterfly house, a bee house. I can go get them and show you. Or why don't you come over to Aurora and they're here for. I get a bubble bird.
Go get them and show some of the pieces that you have. I mean, all my work's right behind me. I share the crap all day long on Facebook. Everybody's seen it 10 more times. There's John Reed and Kurt Robinson and Ashley Meadows just joined us, and Jeff Singling, my good friend Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, part of Shoe, part of Sunbeard.
Tracy Kenny. Hey, Tracy, what's happening? Good to see you. Yeah.
Good to see you guys. Miss you all. Big hugs. Yeah, Machete. Yeah, I'm bad with. I'm bad with responding, but you know I got something for you, buddy. Miss you. Miss Cam Shaw. Let us know how Cam Shaw is doing. Part of Shoe Fest. Matt and John.
We talked last week a little bit about it, and Matt was positive, but also realistic.
Yeah, we talked about Shoe Fest. Hey, Matt, if you're on, you said it was one of your favorite. You never said what band it was. What was it?
The band he was going to play. They aren't going to tell us that.
I always go, come on. Hey, you got it last year on the flyer at the back. There was a little subliminal seduction on the back of the flyer. Is that correct?
It was just a tiny bit too easy last year.
Okay.
Tiny bit too easy. The word echoes in all caps, that was killer. It had to be Pink Floyd. And they played live from Pompeii, the whole live recording, which was awesome. And they did such a good job. I'd never seen a band do Pink Floyd like that. So, man.
I know. A lot of people, I'm a newbie to the festival scene. I've been around for 30 years and traveled the United States to the Midwest. But
you're not a newbie.
But that Shoe Fest has got something. I don't care if I knew anybody. There's some kind of thing that people have an extra step to it. People are happy. That's the way you all should be. Thank you, Matt Robinson, Cam Shaw.
Yeah, this weekend is Three Sisters Park up in Chillicothe. It's quite the event. I started going to that about 2008 or 2009 to the summer camp, so I was kind of a late bloomer to it. A lot of the people that do what we do have been there since the beginning, and that was my first experience with the summer camp. We had a good time. We had a blast. And we had a blast year after year. One year I did their VIP poster for their special What Call dudes. Hey, Dan Watkins, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Dan.
Dan, if you want to come on the show later and do a song, we'd like to have you on the show. We're just selling ourselves here as we create it. I swear that's from the air. It's not me. I feel great and healthy.
Love you, Dan. Peace.
Yeah, we love Dan Watkins, man. Dan Watkins is awesome. He's the infinite grasshopper maniac. Wonderful, beautiful picker. Amazing. Yeah, we'll have him on the show. He's gonna do a song for us. Actually, I bet you he would do a song for us.
You could do it, Dan. Miss you, Dan. Big hug.
Yeah. Big hugs, man. Everybody, big hugs. Everybody get big hugs.
Big hugs, everybody.
Everybody hugs. We love you.
You
We
know-
miss you.
Yeah, if the first fest or whatever, we're probably gonna look at each other and stop and then go, screw it. And give it a hug. It's just, I don't know. I'll have them.
It's gonna be real hard not to hug. That's for damn sure.
I was like news alert.
Did you hear a sound? Was that a sound? I didn't get
Like
the news.
420.
Is it?
Yep.
That's 420, everybody. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, we want to celebrate with a 420 rooster call. And now school's in session.
We got a 2-minute break. I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. I forgot about the whole what we were going to do. I'll stick around with my other special guest today and entertain everybody while we wait. You know, they're funny. They tell some jokes and whatnot. $420, everybody. $420. What does that mean anyway? I think somebody probably would ask me that. What does that mean? But oh, here's where we would rather be today. Wouldn't we rather be at the John Hart Memorial Festival, which was supposed to be next weekend? And so it would have been that we'd all be getting ready for that right now. And sad face, sad face, sad face. And can't change it. We just have to kind of see what happens, you know? Yeah. I learn as I go. Everything's a learning experience, I tell you. We're just happy to be here. We're glad that we can be here with you guys and do this. It's kind of fun. But hopefully everybody's enjoying it, I guess. You know, everybody's seems like people are definitely chiming in and being part of the experience. If anybody has any questions, they can start lining those up now, and I'll ask him to Phil when he gets back. I don't care what they are. We'll do a Michael Chafing. He can't read the feed. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Here it comes. I had a feeling this was gonna happen. He's actually taking a real break. He went outside. I thought he was messing with me. I thought he was just kind of joking around. That's okay, because we don't have any rules. Our show is unscripted and it's unpracticed. It's unconventional. It's unworthy of much redemption. But we are happy that you're part of what we do. We really do appreciate that you come by and say hello. Sometimes it just gets weird in here. Must be that 420 feeling coming on with the gypsy wind. Woo! So everybody, after this, we're all going to go over and we're going to go to Chicago Farmer's house and we're going to go to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Live on Central Time. Chicago Farmer always puts on a good performance every Friday night. And this week he's been live, I think at least 3 times this week, doing his thing. So that's really good. That's going to be fun. Always a good time. We love Chicago Farmer. We love what he does. We love we just love the whole ability that he's always taken so much time to do what he does for all of us. Laura says he's on the way back, so he's chimed in. So at least know half of our viewers are.
I had to go feed the birds. At 4 o'clock, they literally had squirrels. Whose name is Phil. They have people that brought me squirrel things. So, and literally, they come out at 4 o'clock and feed. We have various rays. We have orange birds, and so I feed the birds too, and the squirrels. It's quite cool to have it. They have neighbors around.
7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It says the video got interrupted, so I'm going to give it a second and see if we're still live on one of the screens. I guess we still are. We're not going to worry about it. We'll just keep going on like we are. All right?
Yeah, I mean, we're not live? But
I think we are. I don't know. It's cycled, I think, or something happened. It says live on one screen. I got too many windows open. This is all new to me, and I have no producer.
I know. I couldn't believe you had that.
Friend here on the winter webs here says Ashley Meadows. Oh, she's talking to Laura. Laura's on it.
Hey, Ashley, you want party garden sign, honey?
She does want a party garden sign. Yeah.
All right, then give me your address. You live 5 minutes away. Here's the thing: if anybody wanted this sign or something and wanted it, once you put it on and give me your address, then I know it's yours and it'll be there in the next minute. That's all I gotta say. Say, Ashley, Phil, I want it. Give me your address, or come and pick it up.
I think she's already talking to Laura, so I think you're pretty much set up with Laura's taking care of business right now.
Yeah, she's on the deck, sitting in the sun.
Thanks, Eric.
We have Orioles. You ever see an orange bird? They're around very rare.
You know, since we talked last week, I actually went out and bought a bird feeder, got some bird food, and I've been watching the squirrels eat the shit out of it.
Yeah. I could, yeah. You have to be, a wire is the best thing for a bird feeder. So if you buy your bird feeder from me, put an eye hook in there, and you have a wire, squirrels can go down the way. They're smart animals. I have pet squirrels that'll come here, and they'll scare the other one. They have white bellies. They don't look like they're rats.
Now let me ask you a question, Phil. You have squirrels, right? You're from Illinois. What color are your squirrels?
Gray and with white bellies.
Didn't you used to have red squirrels? Mainly?
I grew up in the city of Chicago.
Yeah? What do they have there?
Chicago. I miss all my Chicago friends. No, they're gray with white bellies. They look really cool.
And why do I only remember squirrels that were red around here?
Well, you live like 3 hours from me. I'm outside of Chicago. When we get Chicago weather, we're an hour west of it. And you're like 3 hours.
No, I wonder, because we get gray squirrels here now, and when I was a kid, we only had red squirrels, because when we travel, I remember gray squirrels and red dirt other places, but not here.
I feed my squirrels and my birds. And I got my neighbor over there with a BB gun shooting a can I can hear reflected. We have an Hispanic neighbor, hey, Nick Rubio, who came over 3 years ago with a slingshot shooting my pet squirrels because he thought it was food. I thought it was.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I like squirrels. They're awesome. I love them.
I love animals.
I let them eat. So does anybody have any questions? Jeff Singley, you got a question for us? I see you're out there, buddy. What's my good friend Jeff Singley?
You're on this picture. You're on the button. So is a friend who passed away. Jeff's on there. Here's a button. John's on there.
Hey, check out my button.
That's the same button.
Same button, brother. Yeah, because John
I love you, man.
Toby is always on my wall right there, man. And this, look who else was on this. Look who else was here that weekend. All these cool cats.
Yeah, Tom Harmon, Christy,
Crazy Henry Solvang,
Richie Peters, Laura,
yeah,
daughter, good wife.
See, it's important stuff. These kind of things. This is what it's going to be, a year without a big button. That's what's going to be sad.
Yeah, big button. Yeah,
a year without a big button.
Support local artists. Support me and John. Buy some. Hey, you want some custom album, a painting from John? You want a sign for your dog? Beware of dog.
We're getting some feedback now on the squirrel thing. Laura says that chipmunks are red, but I know there's red tree squirrels too. And then Janine Pink says red squirrels aren't competing well with the more aggressive gray squirrels. So the gray squirrels are taking over the red squirrel territory.
Well, these gray squirrels, I grew up in the city and those look red. Sorry. But you have to see.
Are you from the city?
Hey, Mitch. Hey, Emily. Christy, Tommy. They've seen them. Christy's bought some squirrel things. It's Joey, and it's still here. It's got a white stripe. They look healthy. They don't look. I call them rat squirrels. I feed them well. We get cracked corn and sunflower seeds, and actually when I go to Aldi's once every 2 weeks, I get them a bag of cookies. And they'll come right up to me. I love nature.
Now I've got 2 neighbors mowing their lawn. Earlier it was 4, now I've only got 2, so I got to shut a window real quick.
Hi everybody, how are you doing? Hey Sheila, hey Jody, hey Jeff. Whoever's on, I don't know who's on. I'm letting John do that. I could do it right there. I don't know.
We've got a good group of people. Kurt Robinson's in there, Tom Harmon. We got a lot of our crew. Is actually, what's honest about it is the people that are in our feed right now are a lot of folks that would be standing at our booth if we were set up at the festival right now.
Yeah.
It's like our crew. They've got their lawn chairs set up right out in front of my screen right here. I can see them. They're all right in front of me. They got the whole booth blocked with lawn chairs. That's how awesome it is right now.
Well, yeah. I'm going to repeat myself. I'll say it again. We got another week.
Are you from Chicago?
Special guest. Look again.
I know. Haven't heard back from any of the other ones yet.
And I can't tell Laura, but she will squeeze some things, and I have to tell her. But no one knows. I know. John knows.
Next week is pretty special. Next week's an official like Hartford Festival weekend, and
I have to go to the bathroom. That's so bad.
You gotta go pee. Don't hold it. They say that's bad for you.
What I miss is before I'm gonna repeat it again. Jody and Sheila. I miss hanging out and by the fire and not have to run. I enjoy venting. I love some people buy my, but I miss my friends, Richie Peters, and how we all started. And miss the fire and all they do is come by and say hello at the vending booth.
Oh, we feed people. We entertain people. We bring on our music sometimes. I got
pot stickers. No, I don't. I'll get you some if you come by. You can play in the backyard. Social distancing from musicians because they spit and sweat like 15 feet.
You think? Well, we always have to stand 15 feet off stage mostly anyway, unless we're in dancing at Hartford. But
so, your excuse. What's with all these states open up? Indiana open up. I mean, I guess you got to use your brain. If you're that insecure and vulnerable, here we go.
I think if we were to go to a festival or we had an event with a lot of people gathered together, and right now especially, people would just stay away from each other.
First festival I am going to is Summer Solstice. I do believe I might be the only one there.
It's gonna be a pretty private party. Yeah, you're definitely invited.
Did you hear about that one?
It's gonna be a pretty private party. Patty Hill joined. Ernie Hill's wife, Patty Hill, joined. Now, Ernie Hill, if you don't know who Ernie Hill is, that's who.
Hi, Ernie.
You know, Patty, if you're listening, we need Ernie to come on the show with us and sing a song and tell a story at some point. Even tonight, we would invite Ernie on at dinner time to do a song for us if he would. I'm just gonna say that right now out loud because we love Patty Hill. She's amazing. And Ernie, look right here on the shelf. Mine's right here. It's so important to us. Ernie is. So if Ernie, just send me a message on Facebook or phone or whatever, Ernie, and I'll send you the link. Because we would like Ernie on the show. Ernie's wonderful.
Yes, hi, Ernie. I met you. You had a lot of your. Enough said. We got a book by amazing.
The party. Let's talk about the party for a second because there's some. It's not officially for sure. There's still a lot of communication that has to be done before that happens. It's like a month away, and there's kind of some stipulations with the property owners have to be part of the conversation as well, and so do the musicians, of course, my brother. There's a bunch of different groups of people that have to be part of the conversation before we even decide we could have the party or not. We want to, more than anything. When the camper's set up out front right now, it's so unfortunate that we don't have plans for that event, really, but for now, we're all being optimistic but realistic. And opto-realistic, is that a word? Opto-realistic. Trademark.
It's my favorite band is Led Zeppelin. It's like we're all dazed and confused. We still don't know the answer. Can you tell me every day is a different answer? I don't know. Do you know? No, we don't know. Are you really? Did I just say something? Am I live?
You're live. You're on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, you're just tuning in. It's John Griffin and Phil Strauss, the Phil and Jon Zone.
But yeah, I mean, when I listened, when I do my artwork, I paint on records. Hey, Phil's records, John record, album, buy an album.
Why do you show the John record when you talk about how you paint on records? My artwork's not your artwork. Show your artwork. Well, I'll start showing your artwork.
It starts from this, and big shout outs to all the people who have given me albums. Thank you. If you're gonna throw them away, I'll take them, sleeves included. Thank you for. I get a blank though. I'm new to this.
You have these records in your home. They have writing on them.
Ooh, see, I signed them. Now I'm going to sign the. I'm not going to use the markers. Are expensive. Silver
Yeah,
markers.
2016, Phil.
Yeah,
so with the album you just showed,
Butthole Surfers.
the album that you just showed, was we traded kind of because you did one for me and I did one for you, and see how good that looks.
I haven't seen that. Movies.
Is that what that is? Oh, they were.
I don't even remember that. That's pretty.
I thought it was a Jello mold with olives in it.
You did that.
No, you did this. This is Phil Stroud's work. I have some of the stuff, and these are Chris. This is Chris Potts keys. He left them at the party last year.
I can't laugh. Chris is a great dude. Hey, Flatland Harmony.
We love Potts. He's super important.
I love Potts. I mean, you have to be like Chris Potts. I mean, you have to have that attitude in life. I don't care what happens if it's bad. If you get a flat tire, your wife or husband, girlfriend bitch at you. Life is short, people. I'm old. Gotta be cool.
You're old?
The better. If you're gonna bitch, get off the site. Good.
People aren't bitching. No, nobody's complaining. I think that we might have. Daniel Watkins was saying that he's working with the River Valley Rangers at his place, doing a little practice session here in a little bit. Now, remember, the River Valley Rangers, our buddies, Messer and all those guys.
Mark. Hello, Marky.
So he might be interested in coming and playing for us here a little bit.
Boys. Well, they're from my hood, and big props, big props to River Valley Rangers. They're from my hood, my area. Marky, do it. Daniel,
We'd like to have any kind of guests on the show just to perform for us and fill the times where we get awkward and quiet and we don't know what to say. Because we didn't go to college for this.
You know what? Here. I don't know how to play music, but I can guitar from Craig Bob. There's a lot of bands that signed it. It's pretty cool.
Play
I don't know.
Do a song.
I got stories about every musician who made stuff on there. You don't know who's on there because I'm just flashing it, but it's pretty cool. And they're pretty eclectic and famous. I don't know. Famous. I don't like the word famous, but it's pretty dope. And I got a couple.
Is it tuned? Is it in tune?
Oh no, I don't. Pete tuned them
Pete
all.
probably tuned it.
And he's like, yes. Well, I don't play. So it's a piece of artwork. So I'm gonna have guitars, and I want people to sign. I can tell you who's on there. Let's go. There's a Pete Jive. John Griffin's on there. Here's a John. Ooh, that's a good story. Betty Hartford. You ever hear Betty Hartford?
Oh, she's a good friend of mine. Betty Hartford is. Yeah, she's wonderful. We sat next to each other
hear
every
that
year at
story?
the Hartford. Ding dang, the ding dang Hartford.
Can I play that story? Can I say that story?
Yeah, please do.
I met John Hartford Festival. And I'm at my vending booth. Love it. Lisa Kelp, thank you for all you do. And all the people from Hartford, miss you. Hope you'll be there again. Tom Burkett and everybody. John Griffin runs. And everybody who does. Anyway, pending. I am shy. And this lady comes in there and looking around. And goes, I like what you do. I like you put my husband's name on the album. No, what's your name? What's your husband's name? John Hartford. It was Betty Hartford. And we talked for a half hour after that. So I thought it was very intriguing, very nice, and a very soulful. Yes, beautiful post, John. Hey, Sam Bush. Yeah, so get to meet Betty Hartford and great people. So if you want to go to a cool, great festival and support it, it's John Hartford Festival.
Well, that's good to hear. We should be packing the camper right now for that and grocery shopping and putting everything together for that. And we're not, so we will in the fall. Hey, we got a couple good friends that just joined the room. Mr. Dave Fry from Stillshine and our good friend Kyle Stewart, our neighbor.
One of my favorite bands.
Let's hear it for Stillshine.
Yes.
We can have
Sure.
a party.
Hey, Big Daddy.
Dad would like to limit it to like 50, like
Okay.
the state law.
All right, I like that. 50 people. That's not too few. Yeah. And Nancy Fine is also online now. Good friend Nancy. She's wonderful. We
Hi,
love her.
Nancy.
We love Nancy.
Yeah, she bought a sign. Give peace a chance. Thank you, Nancy, for supporting the arts. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we've been going to the John Hartford Festival for 9 years, and this will be the first year that it's not happening because of whatever the reason it's not happening, and so we won't go this year, but it's all right. Dan Watkins says he's going to run it by the River Valley Rangers here in a little bit and see what they think. So we'll see. We'll see what
I know them all. Tell them Phil's not. Hey.
if they know us, we know them. I've worked for them. They love you. Whatever, it'll be fine.
I love Stillshine. I'm the first time I met him, before I met them, and they're great people. After the fact of hearing their music, I really am a big fan of Stillshine.
We like Stillshine, that's for sure.
Big time. Big time. Hey, boys.
I'm gonna log in real quick to the summer camp thing that I've got over here and see if Jason Miles is talking. Oh, I didn't say that. No, I don't know. They said he might be talking at some point.
30 seconds, John.
You're gonna take a 30-second moment. All right, take a 30-second. Phil Strauss is wonderful. We'll get in trouble for rebroadcasting. I know the sound isn't great, but. Brought to you by Summer Camp Music Festival. Not going on this weekend, but live online. Can't let it live for too long though. That's good that they're doing that over there. They're doing something to try to keep people interested in the festival that's not going on, which is kind of sad, but that's okay. Summer camp is a really good time, and there's everybody should go check it out at least once in their exciting festival career. It's big though. It's a big festival, so you have to be ready whenever you go to summer camp to spend the whole weekend out there. It's a pretty dedicated situation. That's all I'm gonna say. But it's fun. Oh, and the music. You'll never see so much music in one weekend as you will out there. It's a trip, Oh, there we go. Let's see if they glare out there a little bit. These glasses are helping. I can't see a whole lot as my eyes get smaller and older as I grow tighter and quieter. And I look at more things and draw more stuff. I have a less of a tendency to be able to see very well. But I can still see. That's okay. And I'm just going to deceive us real quick. Phil left. He always is the one with the good jokes. And he's coming back. He must have had to go pee. I don't blame him. Because you got to pee. If you got to pee, this last segment has been brought to you by Go Take a Pee, because you should go take a pee if you got to take a pee. Is that Cricket?
Hey.
Cricket's on, Phil.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah, man. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Hey, Grasshopper. I miss you, buddy. I look like.
And Volker Lauderman. I'm not sure if I know who Volker Lauderman is, but welcome to the show. That's awesome for being part of our event. We are unofficially official. Second week running. If you like it, say you like it, whatever. If you don't like it, tell us you don't like it. Try to be nice. We prefer that like it's, and if you don't like it, just go look at somebody else's page. But we need to camp. We need the festival.
See you. I was coming to Reno. I've never been. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, go.
I miss you, man. Our family reunion was going to be in Reno, my brother's place, but that got canceled, obviously. But anyway, I miss you, Cricket.
Yeah, always a good time. Always people. These are just this whole event. What we do here online, our mission statement, we'll call it, is basically to touch base with all the people we'd be seeing this time of year. We're such social people, and we love going out and doing our events and selling our art and being at the festivals and seeing the music, and this gives us an opportunity to do it this way for now, And a lot of people, everybody who's coming in, they're our crew. We got a good crew, Phil.
We have more amazing. It makes me speechless that how many good friends I have, from Alex Cricket and beyond, and just people I've met, and I might have met them 2 or 3 times, and they come up. I can see it in their faces. It's a beautiful thing. I miss them all, and
it's just gonna make the hugs that much better when we get back to the festival, to the campgrounds, and see all our friends and everything. The party happens, and the hugs will be that much better, And there's our good friend Netta came on, and we love Netta. Netta's a huge supporter of the arts.
Netta, yeah.
The whole, let's hear it for the whole Canton crew. We got Netta Trone and Missy May Porter and Trinity Watson and our good friend Matt Foos and all the people that they seem to be some of my best supporters. And I think probably Netta may have a problem. I think she's got a good dozen pieces. And I don't know the size of her house or anything, but she's got a lot of my art. So I'm not sure what she's doing with all that. But
I want to give big shout outs to Brian Flick and Sarah Flick, Jason
yeah,
and
Brian
Jenny
Flick,
and
Sarah Flick.
Evan, Netta and Timothy and Jocko and Jamie and Missy and
So you know everybody's name. I guess I remember.
Megan and Jason and all the people who watch and my friends. Much love.
Yeah. So
Sheila, Jody, Peter. I don't know if you're watching. There's probably no one watching.
right now there's 2,510 people in the room.
What do we got tonight, Jim?
Tonight, what do we got tonight? I'm still kind of waiting on a response from some other people. I thought we would hear from our first guest before now, but we haven't yet. So I'm gonna I might actually send a link to somebody else and see what he's up to, and we'll just see what happens. We do have we have the option. You know, we didn't plan on having guests originally. This is just about me and Phil because we do our booths and we sit next to each other at our booths and sell our artwork or whatever. And people come by.
How much am I getting paid for this?
Records.
Okay.
You're just getting paid in little thumbs and hearts, man. And sometimes we get thumbs and hearts, and sometimes we get smiley faces.
You know, people back in the day, even it was before my time, a few years, the hippies, they got paid with like hugs and food and love. They survived. People need to give
Before money?
What?
Before money?
Hey, what are you drinking? You know, like you're trying to hide it.
No, I just like the angle. I don't want to be up.
Oh, I went to the liquor store. My buddy's liquor store. It's for my local nut. Not thinking. Long night last night. My neighbor said $7.99 for I like Coors Light for a 12-pack in the.
Megan Schaefer just logged in and said that she thought she missed it. Didn't get a notification it was starting today. Oh man, the notifications are bullshit.
No, you're on my list. Hi, Megan.
And she got my painting today, so that's good.
Case of Coors Light bottles, $11.99. Every Miller pot, $11. That's true.
It's getting weird over here, man. Dude, what was in that beer I drank? Pee Wee Viano is here. We love Pee Wee Viano. That's man. Pee Wee and Dominic Viano are some of my favorite people in the whole universe. That's Ned's mom and dad.
Yeah,
they also
supports
the arts quite well, which is amazing. We appreciate that.
Who does?
Nick and Pee Wee Viano. You ever met Ned's parents? They're awesome.
For your name, I'm terrible with names.
We journeyed to the land of 1,000 friends, where the good times and party never ends. And when we left, we weren't the same, but I sure wish we remembered everyone's names.
Love you, John. I know
you too, brother. This is my brother Phil up there. He's
my brother John.
Thank
you for inviting me.
His name is Luca. He lives upstairs from me.
Is that Luca? I live on the second floor.
Well, I said because right now you look like you live upstairs from me.
Well, you could be in a different country. I don't know. You barely know me. You only know 3 numbers of my social security. How do you know everything?
Honestly, Phil, I know you pretty well. I think we've spent a lot of nights drunk, late into the morning talking. So I know a lot of facts that you probably don't remember telling me.
I know. Damn it. That was you?
These are Chris Potts' keys.
Hey, Chris.
He's not online, but it's okay.
You know when you give a person a hug for more than 5 seconds, you know or don't.
Yeah, some people hug for too long. And some people don't like to hug. I like to hug.
That's why I have mace in my pocket.
Because I like to hug?
I'm a smartass.
Yeah, we know Cody's going on. That's the cool thing. Cody is going to go on in a little bit. Our good friend Chicago Farmer. We'll put a little time for a commercial for Chicago Farmer because he's awesome.
Commercials? Are we getting paid for this stuff?
What do you think, Cody?
Hey, Cody.
What do you think, Cody?
One thing's for sure, the paint won't chip, the walls won't fall. If the toilet's clogged, it won't be for very long at all.
I agree.
It seems like the plasters are always getting plastered. The roofers are always getting high. One thing they got in common, they're all getting by.
Aren't we all?
And I have to admit, the bartender, she wasn't too pretty, but she makes up for it, you see, because she's a little bit witty. She takes in the construction workers and farmers' jokes. She puts them in the sensory of her memory, and she lights her foot-long, slimy cigarettes that she smokes. Down at the end of the bar is her little boy sitting there doing his homework. Daddy ran away, stole the car. Mama said he ain't nothing but a jerk because he don't paint, plumb, or plaster. Just sits on a bar stool the next town over and becomes more and more of a bastard.
We love Chicago Farmer. He's definitely been a big part of our world for a long time.
Did I hear that he could possibly be here next weekend?
Are you what you talking about? We have special guests next week. Well,
you know what? You know how it goes. The women always blab. I think Kimber said something.
I want him to come on. I want Cody to come on. Just so
I'm a smart ass.
We need Cody to come on just to talk about his show. Maybe tonight's
I miss Cody. Cody's he knows me. I love Cody and I love Kimber. It's not Mr. Chicago Farmer. He's Cody to me. He always gave me the time of day and always looked me in the eye. Much love, Cody. Much love, Kimber. Something again. Twice Upon a String. I got this from Laura from Kimber. Support the arts. Support all the arts. This from Kimber. Hi, Kimber.
We love Kimber. That drawing there tonight, I was thinking about her.
That was beautiful, John.
I wanted to see her, that image, just like I thought about it for a long time, and it just happened. I was just drawing. I need something to keep busy. Megan Schaefer says, was thinking about going by and throwing a hoop at someone's house and then apologizing profusely, missing Scamp and Farmer sitting in. Women are smarter. She's smart. And honestly, they are smarter. I know that's for damn sure.
Yeah, don't talk about hoop. Every time I heard the word hoop, I was a big-time jock. I was a great basketball player back in the day. Hooping it. Yeah. Hey, Josh Blades, Laura Blades. I'm down in Arkansas. How you doing? I played with Doc Rivers and Isaiah Thomas, and I was good. White man can. Yeah, I was good.
Phil is an amazing basketball player. There's no question of his abilities. He plays semi-professional ball.
Yeah, I'm old now, but I was good.
Why don't you Phil? Why don't you tell us about how you played almost professional ball? You played pretty close.
Not that, but I was close.
You played semi-professional.
I played semi-professional with a Latvian. If everybody doesn't know, Lithuanian, Estonian, Latvia, the Baltic countries. I played with the Latvian Olympic team when the communist ruled. I played with the free Olympic team in Canada. Shot some hoop.
And the most famous of all your games that you have are usually
Doc Rivers.
I was going to say they're usually at like a Saturday afternoon at Shoe Fest.
Yeah, the younger kids. I can't run. I can shoot the lights out of you. Bring it on. 2 out of 3 games of horse. I got your ass. Bring it on. I'll bet you know.
You want to go, bro?
No, I love the challenge. I'm shy.
Do you have a basketball hoop at home?
No, I don't.
If you're just tuning in, this is sports from guys that don't do a whole lot of sports. At least me.
Jeff Hornacek, Isaiah Thomas, Kevin Garnett. Stories upon stories. John blanked me out. He doesn't want to hear about it. Most of my festive friends, I shouldn't talk about sports on this.
You can talk about whatever you want. There's no rules except for the one rule about the Big P. We don't talk about the Big P.
I can't talk about what?
The Big P. you know, the government and all that shit. We don't talk about that.
Oh no.
That's all. That was the end of that conversation. So back to music.
Okay. What did I listen to last night? What did I miss? I love Feed the Dog, a band from Wisconsin. Great stuff. Sarah Hall, right back there. You can buy this stuff. I got some signed. Look at my website.
Show
Please
what
buy-
do you have right now? Or show me what you have right now. I don't believe you.
Well, you know, it's all okay.
Get a couple of them closer to the camera for us.
Okay. Here. You know, the Feed the Dog, great band out of Wisconsin. Signed by them. I'm not going to charge any more if you're interested. My friends, if a band signs it, I'm not charging. No more. It's wrong. Anyway, Feed the Dog, great band. I'm more promoting. I have
Not you. It's
John
something else.
Stickley. Oh.
Something else. Please keep going. Feed the dog.
We got to get John Stickley. Oh, what? They're on? Okay. All right.
We could.
Big fan of these guys. We played them last night drinking wine with our neighbors. I have to put on a big shout out to John Stickley Trio.
We love the Jon Stickley trio.
Yeah. Big fan. In other words, support the art. Laura, we get knocks on the door 2 or 3 times a week because she supports all the bands. Another hat supporting the arts that we can't do it. If you have the cash, buy something from these bands. Buy something from me and John. Buy something. What else do I have?
Yeah, I've been really busy trying to. Oh,
Other band. One of my bands. Love Grass Fed. Woo! A lot of legs. I don't know what the hell they're doing. There's a lot of legs in that. Great band, great guys. Love you guys. They're from Kansas. So, in other words, hello to Bangkok, China, Peoria, Wyoming, Aurora, Pekin, Decatur. I got cut off. When they played the music, I got cut off.
we weren't walking you off stage. You mentioned Billy Strings earlier. It'd be nice if we could get him on the show.
Frogs, welcome. An old barnwood. The wood's worth more than $100. Billy Strings. Let's get a Billy Strings. Here we go.
You have a Billy Strings record? Because I bet somebody would like that.
And Billy, actually, this is, I'm not going to sell it, but met him at Frankfurt. I met him a few times. Very nice guy. Signed this. I got, if you want Billy Strings, signed album. Hey, Billy, I'm sorry.
I think we got a good compliment on our feed just now.
But he actually did some artwork on my artwork, which Jake Willis has done before, and some musicians have. I enjoy that. There's a Billy Strings, and there's another Billy Strings. My dog's barking outside.
Oh, I think that Megan Schaefer would like that Frog's welcome sign, so you might have to hold that aside for Megan.
Megan, write me on Facebook, give me your address, it'll be there, and then you pay me. What's that sound?
That's the way Phil works. Phil is the kindest person I've ever met in vending, what we do in our vending. We deal with a lot of different kinds of types of folks. And there's some good ones that stick around, and there's some of them that you just don't want to be around at all. And Phil was someone that he was so good with people.
We don't care at all. Look at my Facebook by Sunday. I'm shipping it on Monday. Give me your address on Facebook and it's yours.
Phil has the jam. His jam is it's in the description of the video today. It's album art by Phil, album art and wood art by Phil, and you have to check it out at some point. It's very nice. Our good friend Alex Gerard just joined from No Robot. We like him a lot.
Hey Alex, how are you doing, buddy?
He's a hell of a guitar player. My gosh.
For me, much love. Thank you for supporting.
I've seen No Robot a couple times, and they blow your mind. They're pretty damn good, man. Alex is
very good. I had a great time.
Got some almond in his blood.
Big festival, smaller. Hey Alex, peace. Yeah, big supporter. I see him a lot. Here, right on. Not see him personally, but I see it through Facebook. Facebook good, Facebook bad. I don't think if I had this, I'd never done Zoom till last week with you. But to thank you, John. I just want to say thank you, John Griffin. Buy some paintings, custom work. Jerry's going to be hidden somewhere. It might be somewhere you don't even know. We'll buy some artwork.
Might have a guest coming up here pretty soon. You know,
artwork. Ask John, he'll do it for you. He's doing some killer animal. If you want a custom album, they're old records.
I've done a whole bunch of stuff from
Yeah, just old simple records. And then it goes
heavy
through that.
duty records, not the cheesy flag
I
and
used to
floppy
charge $10. Now they're $25. Do you know that? Because
I might have another guest coming on here pretty shortly. Somebody who can talk to us a little bit about experiences at summer camp and his experience with music. He's got the link now, so we'll see if it works. Did I tell you who was coming on tonight? One of our good friends that we were really going to want to have on tonight, backed off tonight, but he's going to, hold on, I'm getting a message. I need to check this message.
okay.
Yep. Yeah, so I just got confirmation next week of one of our guests that's going to be awesome, but we'll talk about that later. I'm trying to get our other guest right now to come in, but now for some reason I'm learning how to use Zoom again every night, because every night I learn all this stuff again. And I think it's working
Last
still.
week I kept turning around and but today I'm comfortable. I'm not wearing any pants, so I better not turn around. People are going to get.
We talked about this last week, but we met at the Did you go to the Putnam County stuff? That's where
Yes. Hey, D-Mill. Hey, D-Mill. I miss Brainchild.
Trinity and Megan just said that that's where they met you at, probably.
Art fair. Yeah, I got great stuff done there. Very eclectic music down that way.
Not having any luck.
Is Dion right now?
No. I don't think so.
but
I don't care. We might watch it later.
it's-
we
it's
do have a guest.
funny.
Now listen, we do have a guest who's going to come on and talk to us a little bit about what he does, and it's our good friend. Let's play him on real quick here. I pulled this song up today. I really like this one. You guys might know him and not know him, and you're going to check him out. His name is Jake Willis. And while he's getting logged in here, we'll play him in. We'll see what we get. What we end up with here. Ah, there he is.
There he is.
Hey,
Jake, what's
Hey,
up,
Jake.
brother?
how's it going?
Rocking the sideways view. I like it.
Am I sideways?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes, you are.
Okay, let me change that then.
There's our good brother Jake Willis, man. All right, Jake, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how you guys doing?
All
Good.
right.
Big hug, Jake. Big hug.
Yeah, big hugs, big hugs, big hugs.
Big
Gotta
hug.
give them.
Oh,
Now, Jake is somebody, we were just talking a little bit about summer camp a minute ago, and Jake is somebody who I just kind of discovered accidentally on the path at summer camp one year, and we've kind of been buddies ever since. Did a couple drawings and sent him his way, and we've always enjoyed his music, and if you get a chance, Jake Willis, one of a kind. What do you think about
Thank
that, Jake?
well, I appreciate that, and I've always enjoyed both of your artwork. You guys are kind of representing the whole scene.
Jake always been a great musician. Even before I met him, that's how I do it through musicians. Great music and the people behind the music and the musician itself. He was a good soul, and I can sense that. I missed the rafters at Stonehouse Park, and Jake Willis is a friend of mine. I could say that.
Yeah, I would hope so.
How are you, Jake?
Jake has
too.
slept at my house before. He's always, and we've conversated for hours on end, without a
Yeah.
doubt. Always one of my favorite people in the world, man.
Well, peeps.
So how is Jake Willis doing with all the teens and stuff and the quarantines, and how are you feeling at home? You doing okay?
I mean, it sucks. The whole thing sucks. But I'd rather give up my career than kill somebody's mom.
Well, I agree. I completely agree. Are you playing music at home? I mean, I'm sure you're playing every day, I imagine. But
Yeah. For the first little while of it, I needed a break and sort of like reorganize my thoughts about what was going on and figure out what I wanted to do next. And not being able to come up with anything, all I could do was practice. So I've been getting up every day, stretching out, put on the metronome, and play drum rudiments with my feet to the metronome. And
yeah.
and then I couldn't sing for a real long time. I needed some space to kind of deal with what was going on. So I was practicing the guitar and doing my little shreddy guitar stuff. And then recently I've kind of gotten into the full kind of reviewing material, going over things and tightening things up, and just doing mechanical work on myself.
Yeah, here we are. It's a weird year. It's going to be a weird year for all of us, and musician friends especially, and everybody that's playing music, and it relies upon that until they get it all
Yeah.
figured out for us. everybody's gonna be comfortable. And we're trying to. The reason we're doing our little show that we do is just because we just love each other so much, Phil and I, and our friends, and the people that have gathered around us over time. And we appreciate you coming on, one way or another.
You calling me? This is awesome. Like, I haven't talked to anybody in quite a while.
It's good for everybody. We are live. I do have to disclose we're live. Whatever it's on Facebook too. People can see it. But I just want people to enjoy. We all enjoy each other's company so much. The people that hopefully we get to bring on the show will give that same feeling.
Yeah, I appreciate you calling me, and it's good to chat.
Did you get your
some of my favorite festival things throughout the last 7 years involves Jake Willis. From I think it was Whippersnap when he played over the river when he did a Zeppelin. He always does a great Zeppelin, a Robert Plant.
No Quarter, one of my favorite ever.
And just, it's a beautiful thing. Most of my memories of some of the festivals involves Jake Willis.
Right.
Beatbox, but it was playing with old shoe or doing that. Jake was a great soul.
Thanks, man. Hey, eulogizing me here.
Nah, we just appreciate you, man. You know.
Yeah, I used to sit in with old shoe all the time. That hasn't happened in a very long time, but we used to do that a lot. Love those guys.
Yeah, they play less and less, I think, each year. It seems like, unfortunately.
Yeah. They were playing less dates, and just in general, I think they were shifting the kind of what they were doing.
Yeah, Sunbeard. But you do a great Robert Plant. You know that too, and that's my favorite band of all time.
I like doing that stuff, and I know the particular one you're talking about at Whippersnap. That was there was like a story around that.
I can close my eyes and picture that. That's why some of my greatest memories of the last 7 years involve you, and that is true. I didn't know you were coming on until John told me. John's kind of running this, and miss you, Jake. And
running it is a very good loose term. I like that. This is just something we're trying for. This is our second week.
Oh, nice.
So it's everything is just, we're just gonna see what happens. We just miss each other so much, like I said. So it's good to get together with people that the crew that are watching online. They're all the crew that would be sitting there, set their chairs up at our booth.
Totally. It's a great idea. I'm glad everybody's like chatting and hanging out. And I can't see people's comments. I can't see the Facebook stuff, so I can't see if anybody's commenting on there.
Oh, everybody loves you. Oh my God, let me tell you what's there. There's like at least 15 in a row that were like Jake. They all spell your name right. They all know who you are. You're wonderful, Jake. We love you, man. Are you kidding?
Because I might lose connection.
That's okay.
I'll try it on. I've got a pad here. I can try it on there because I can't see it. Hi.
It's beautiful outside, isn't it? I can see the sun.
It's beautiful outside through my window, at least. I haven't been outside in a long time.
Really?
Are you staying inside, Jake?
Locked up in here like in solitary confinement for months. I've been outside.
Some people like that.
I'm not crazy about it, but in the city, there's not a lot of places to go that make sense, and I'm just trying to be as responsible as possible. There's people who live in the building who are, there's a guy with HIV down the hall. There's a person across the hall who, 3 people down the hall are like in their 60s and 70s. I don't want to risk their health.
Sure.
I've been thinking about like taking a road trip out into the wilderness last week, but just I'm not sure what's responsible. I'd go hurt.
Hey Jake,
yeah,
I look like crap, but I should put it in this.
Don't worry about how you look.
The gorilla adventure. Where was that? Zimbabwe.
Oh, that was in Rwanda.
That's me, man. That was a beautiful.
You just decided to go to do that, huh? Did you go somewhere?
Rwanda was amazing. I was so lucky because I was joining the Chicago Farmer Band. I was kind of getting a break.
Was Cody a boss?
Huh?
Was Cody being a boss or what?
Oh, he's the best boss. I love him. Love him so much, and like getting that whole crew it was so cool. Getting everybody in the van together, we had a great time. That was classic.
All right, Rwanda thing. Gorillas in the. I mean, that you were right there. Those are real. Look, photoshopped. It was unbelievable. I see. I have goosebumps right now. I enjoy that thoroughly.
Gorillas in the Mist was about Diane Fossey.
Right.
The gorillas that I was visiting, that's the same place that she was. I went to the hotel where she was staying at when she went
No
there.
Really?
kidding.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Pretty
I went
well.
there one day. That whole thing, because I was joining the Chicago Farmer Group, so for the first time in many, many years, I could take a little break without having to worry about booking in advance because he was doing all that stuff. They had all that taken care of. So I could take a break and go mess around. And I'd already paid my rent from the shows in December that I could take January off and then jump in with him and be okay. So I was just looking for some place to go, and I wanted to go someplace warm. And I thought New Zealand first because it's Southern Hemisphere, but then all the fires in Australia made that not attractive. So then I was looking at Indonesia, but then climate change was doing the opposite thing there, where they were flooded and everything was all messed up there. So then I started looking to Africa, and I came up with Rwanda. And Henhouse Prowlers were playing with Cody at the Castle Theater. So I was like about to call Ben on the phone, and I was like, oh, he's playing tonight. So I hopped in the car and just drove straight to the Castle Theater. Went backstage where they were trying to rehearse and like busted in. Was like, hey man, I've got time. I'm going to travel internationally. Where should I go? And the first thing he said was Rwanda. And John said Rwanda. And they both were like immediately. So that's the last thing I looked at. Like of all the countries in the world, we both said the same thing that I was just thinking about. So that was it. And yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. I watch it. I watch it over and over. I really don't watch a lot of things on Facebook. Good, Facebook bad. Yeah, Dan Andre. He was with a band in.
How about Trump?
Did he get back? I never talked to Dan.
Yeah, he did. Well, he was doing those tours internationally with Henhouse Prowler, like they do with the Bluegrass Ambassadors.
Correct.
Correct.
Hey, John Goldstein. Hey, boys. Henhouse Prowlers. Much love.
Yeah, man, those guys are
Extras, so.
they're so amazing.
Yeah.
So he had done that with them, and now that he's like kind of his own independent entity, he hooked up with Hot Buttered Rum, and they going to do one of those same type of State Department tours that Henhouse had done, and their fiddle player couldn't do the tour, and Dan already being experienced and all this stuff, and then had all his roles. It was a perfect combination, and man, Dan Andre is such a killer player. Like, who wouldn't want to play with that guy?
He's a superhero.
I met Cosmic Curly and Dan. Okay.
They went to the place that I just was. They went to Rwanda. They were there like a couple of weeks after I was, and so my friend there, like I hooked him up with a friend of mine, and they like went out, took him up to the gorillas, and they went out to one of the other national parks together, and then like there's a guitar player that I met in Rwanda. I sought out this Congolese guitar player and hung out with him for the day. And Dan ran into that guy completely randomly in the Capitol also. It's like all these sort of weird congruences going on. And then I think they went to Zambia and came back.
Yeah, my brother was in the Peace Corps back in the day. Anyway, he's
Where
been.
did he go?
He went to Cameroon, and I can tell you stories about this, Jake. My brother was back in the day. He was a Marine pilot. He's doing really good. He went to Cameroon. He was the farthest person in the Peace Corps in Cameroon. This is like a 2-hour story session.
You can tell it. Tell it. Talk. Hey, we got no
Anyway,
rules.
he
We
was
only
the
have to be at
farthest
Cody's
person-
house at 7.
What?
We have to be at Cody's house at 7. That's the only rule to the show.
What's the rules? Are there rules?
Oh yeah.
Cody
Cody's
plays
house.
at 7.
Oh,
So
once
Cody
again,
Dekoff, Chicago Farmer, plays at 7. So at 7 we have to be at his house. That's the only rule of the show. Other than that,
No.
you talk, you tell.
I'm just pulling my laptop over.
Please. I'll be right back.
All right.
No camera in at all.
The thing is, that's the best part about it. There's no particular rules. Megan Schaefer says if you do New Zealand, do the blind caves. Blind caves in New Zealand, that'd be cool. I
Doing
haven't been
these things, these Zoom things, but I haven't been. I did one broadcast. Somebody asked me to do one for a venue to do a live cast, pretty early on in the Trump flu era, and I did that one, and I was just too worked up at the moment to be doing any more of that stuff, and I just need to work on my own music at home, and I felt like.
Okay, I wondered because Jake, I was wondering because we haven't seen a whole lot of you doing music right now during all this. You kind of
I'm keeping it to myself. I've just been doing it at home.
yeah. One of the best videos of all time is Jake Wells playing national anthem out of his window. It was a hockey trophy night.
That's the window.
Yeah, that's a great video. There's got to be a million views on that by now, I bet. That was awesome. Still one of my favorite ones you put out.
Yeah, that got a lot of hits on the internet. That I knew that was going to go viral. I was so sick that week. I could barely speak. I hadn't talked in a while even. My voice was completely shredded. But this thing was going on outside. I knew it was about to blow up out there.
There were people out there. There were a lot of people.
Yeah, and honestly, I didn't watch 1 minute of the Cubs game that entire season, but I knew that, like, from the shouting going on outside, that it was getting close. So.
Yeah, I just said hockey, so I threw myself under the bus.
But
it was Cubs?
The hockey one, too. I did the when the Blackhawks won. I did that time.
That might be the one I remember.
Yeah, I did it for the one that Blackhawks won, but then when the Cubs won the World Series, I did it again, and that one got even more play.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, I don't really watch sports. I enjoy sports when they're played at the very highest level. I like watching geniuses work. And I don't care what medium they're in,
Sure.
but I also don't care what team they're on. So, like, I don't care if they, if the corporation that hired them says they're the Chicago Cubs or the St. Louis whatever. Like, the same players will go on either team for another $10. They don't care. I just want to see whoever they are do something awesome. I don't care.
I always kind of believe in cooperation over competition. If a good game as opposed to like a challenge to the other players, But although they got to be challenged, I like good ball games.
I like all kinds of sports. I like to see them. I just don't. It doesn't. I don't have any I don't have a horse in the race. It doesn't matter to me which one wins. I just want to see a really fast horse do something really beautiful and amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's what you do, Jake. When I see you, I mean.
Oh, thanks, baby.
Seriously, I mean, it's just like. We got to go see Jake because he does something different. If there's somewhere about way before I met you, there's something. And when John Griffin told me he's running the show, it should be the John and Phil show, or John and.
It's the Phil and Jon Zone. There's no changing that now.
I was like, no. I was going to show the piece of art. You actually did a piece of artwork on an album for me at River's Edge.
You got it?
I for what it was, but I remember kind of a drawing. River's Edge was cool up that place. I haven't been there for a long time, but that place was it.
Batavia, correct?
Huh?
Batavia?
And, I did a self-portrait on an album for you. I'm still working on it. It's been a year of progress. Picasso and Moreau, and never happens. You got shit that waits, but I got something that's working, and it's looking like you, and I'm pretty psyched about it. You'll see it.
Looks like me or like Jake?
I appreciate that.
Oh, it's Jake. Yeah. It's Jake.
Jake has been in my drawing book a few times.
Yeah, I have.
Purposely, and then just inspired the beard and mustache thing for me, drawing for days.
There's been a lot of those. Yeah, I had a John Griffin. Actually, the last T-shirt that I was doing when I was still doing merchandise was a John Griffin art piece. It was a drawing of me. Yeah.
John's just an amazing artist. I mean, I'm just a.
He is pretty all right.
You're both amazing. You're both working in beautiful mediums and making the whole scene brighter. You guys are like the visual artists for Illinois. You're the people.
I painted 5 paintings today.
Nice.
I had a couple of them that I did for other people, and then a couple of them that I just felt like doing. And then because I was doing one, I did let's do 3 of these yellow and green ones. I was like, let's make this all happen all at once.
I just for my hummingbird paths.
Nice.
We're keeping busy, It's right now we'd be so amped up and going for the next week's festival and for this festival and the next one. So we're just trying to be creative and keep moving forward with it, like everyone is,
Yeah. That's all we can do. That's all we can do is just try to find some way to keep moving. Now I've actually got a couple of shows coming up, which is crazy. This place just hired me to play. It's like a condo, and they have a courtyard. So I'm going to set up in the courtyard, and then the families can come out on the balconies and each be socially isolated from each other and watch the show from there, like opera seats basically. And way far away from the mall, so there's no physical interaction or risk involved.
Good, good.
Like that was within bounds of safety, so I'm going to do that. It was supposed to be tomorrow, but it might rain, so we're going to put it off for a couple of days.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I've got a couple of private things like that that are just starting to happen. It'll be my first time playing a solo show. I don't even know.
Either people have to be worried about it, don't go, or otherwise don't do this. Like, you gotta go all or nothing.
Well,
Yeah, well, look, on the rooftop's fine for the rooftop. It's the people on the ground that are the problem. You don't want people to get like. I don't want to.
Are you worried, Jake?
Am I worried?
Yeah, about catching it if you're doing it.
I'm not so concerned about catching anything because I don't have any dependents. So like I can crash my car, I can blow up my building can burn down. It's not gonna affect anybody that bad. I'm more concerned about giving it to somebody else. I don't want to get somebody else sick and hurt somebody else's family. You know, that concern.
I'm being a smart around that.
I'll show you.
Okay.
we're gonna have the next segment is gonna be Masks with Jake. Mask with Jake.
It goes over this year and then it goes over this year.
I like Jake's mask.
Great. Okay. Enough about okay. No one
That's unacceptable. I told him the only way that subject could be breached in our conversation was either through lyrical form or maybe something like that. I guess is okay.
I was informed by the internet services no more talking about religion, politics, or clothing. So let's put music in a Zimbabwe with gorillas.
Or
Jake can play a song for us.
if he wanted to, he sure be welcome to. That's for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Well, if you don't know who we're talking to right now, we're talking to our good friend Jake Willis, man. He's one of a kind. We love him, his music, and what he does.
You probably signed it.
Well, pass it this way. Pass
Pass the guitar to Jake.
There you go. Oh, good job. All right.
Pick. You got a pick?
I got a pick. Hold on, here's a pick.
Yeah. Quirky Painter's special pick for you, Jake. There you go. Good job.
Give Jake the pick. Ladies and gentlemen, our good friend with us today, we're so lucky, Jake Willis, man. Thank you, Jake, for being on.
So much trouble in the world. So much trouble in the world. Bless my eyes this morning. Just sun's on the rise once again. And the way earthly things are going. Yeah, anything can happen. Sweet sailing on their ego trips. Rabadab, sabadab, dabadabadab. Blast off on their spaceship. Rabadab, babadab, babadabadab. Million miles from reality. Rabadab, sabadab, scabadabadab. No care for you, no care for me. Hey, so much trouble in the world. So much trouble in the world. So you think you found a solution, but it's just another illusion. But before you check out this Lord, don't you leave another cornerstone standing there behind you. We got to face the day. Ooh, come with me. We just three people talking. Ooh, yeah, and struggling. so much trouble. There is so much trouble. There is so much trouble. So much trouble in the world.
Yeah, Jake, man, sounds good, brother.
Thank I
Sounds-
actually haven't sung with my headphones on in a while. I've been practicing my drum set with my feet a lot, and it's loud. So I've had headphones on. Feels strange to hear my own voice even.
You probably have to keep pretty quiet in your place, huh?
No,
No,
I don't have to be quiet here.
that's good. That's good too.
Jake. Sounded
Yeah.
great.
During this whole thing, my sleep schedule just disconnected completely from the planet Earth for a very long time. So it'll be 3 o'clock in the morning or 3 in the afternoon. I'm playing drums in here and blasting away at whatever. I just do what I do. That's why I live where I live. I
Are
have to be able.
you? I don't like talking about how we're doing, but we should talk. Are you just solo? You have no cats and dogs? Anybody? It's just you?
Yeah, I've been in solitary confinement. Like
Okay.
I've been. Like yesterday I spoke for the first time in a while. Like I'm in total solitary confinement.
Well, hello, Jake. How are you?
Hi. Well, holding up. Okay, I'm still alive.
That's very Monty Python of you.
Oh, I watched Life of Brian the other day. I love it.
Oh,
That's
nice.
when you say you haven't spoke, that's where my brain goes immediately
Oh, it was.
to the guy in the hole. I mean, hey, that's all I'm gonna say.
We tried to play that movie, watch that movie with my nieces, maybe a year ago or so, and they just totally didn't get it. Monty Python did not work for them at all.
Well, that's a hard one. That's a mix between Bible and and comedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm way older than both you guys, and on Channel 11 WTTW, that's all they had on. That was a time slot I could watch TV, and I didn't no clue.
Monty Python was?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the Monty Python show being on, and I was watching that shit when I was a kid, and I did not get it at all. It was
No,
just
right.
No, I didn't either, but now I watch it. It's
A few of the things grabbed us when we were younger, like the lumberjack or the fish or something. A few of the silly things, but all the rest of it you just didn't understand growing up.
And look at
Yeah.
started to talk about movies, but some of the guys who were in Monty Python watched the movies that they made. Like I'm a big fan of film. Anyway,
well, give me some movie recommendations. Like I'm all ears, man. I'm watching a lot of movies these days.
yeah, I like a lot of those eclectic thinking movies, and big of Monty Python, and I watch. I'm brain struck right now about the names of around the world.
Oh,
in
anything with
88.
Terry Gilliam. He did Brazil and Time Bandits and
Yeah,
Bandits.
there's a lot of collective. When I look at the credit,
I need to watch Time Bandits again. I saw that when I was a little
yes,
kid.
I love that. Yeah,
I was very, very young. And I just had this one image of this guy coming up out of the water with a ship.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
wearing a ship for a hat. And it stuck in my mind for years, and I wasn't sure I dreamed it when I was a little kid or not until like a long time later when I realized it was in that movie, and I need to see it again.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's got it's Terry Gilliam. He did so much production.
yeah. Terry Gilliam, John Cleese, Eric Idle. There it goes. Fantastic, fantastic stuff.
Yeah, I haven't had a TV since Bill Clinton was president, and I totally blocked out all that kind of
No
entertainment.
politics, Jake. No
No.
politics.
Big a time. It's
He's just talking about time
1990s.
period.
Yeah.
90s.
So I've had a TV since back then. I didn't want that kind of noise. But during this one here, my sister gave me her Netflix account, so I've been just burning through that. I can practice and watch everything on Netflix.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to.
I burned through a lot of Netflix.
Me and Laura don't have TV.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we got Netflix, and it was like for last month, and we're like, I'm watching music documentaries about real footage, real things about bands. And before you listen, I like that kind of stuff. But TV wise, it made me feel good. And sometimes when there's when back in the day, you only had 4 or 5 stations. This is good. Less selection. Because if you got cable or now, you're just going half an hour going, what are we going to watch?
Oh, I guarantee most people spend most time flipping channels than they do actually watching.
You know what I
something.
want to do? I'm going to go to a festival. I want to go see Jake Willis play some beatbox. I want to hear him play Robert Plant. I want to go to a festival.
Yeah, I just want to hear him out in
Yeah,
the woods with
I
his
want a lot
guitar.
right now, but I mostly just don't want to see anybody else get sick or hurt. You know.
Well, I think
I
that,
understand.
I think the idea of playing quarantine type shows where people are going to have you do either a private show or Cody's done a few where he's actually gone places and played to nobody, but
Yeah.
um.
Well, I
But,
did that all the time back in the day.
well, I was gonna say some of those shows just look like early career kind of events, you know, for most of our players.
Yeah.
But
But it's so sad. I'm talking about supporting artists, me and John, Jake.
Yeah, I'm worried about the promoters too. Like, and
Of
Right.
course.
Yeah, I'm thinking all deep. I got notes here that I can't even talk about venues and promoters.
right now, it's Friday
all these
night, Memorial Day weekend at
venues
5:30.
and the Castle
Mo
Theater,
should be getting ready to go on.
And I got all these notes. But it's great to talk to you, Jake.
yeah, it's good talk too. I mean, this is like the first year that I haven't been at summer camp right now.
Right.
And
Jake, I've never been to summer camp, and I was going to go for the first time this year.
Oh wow.
Right, I've never been there.
I can't believe that.
Jason Miles invited me to do some artwork like I do for Shoe Fest and Summer Stomp. Brad Richter, Bill Mackey, Robinson Shoe Fest. So I do the sign work, me and John do. So I was going to do it for summer camp. I was psyched to do that. Alicia Post, Todd Hazelrig. I was good. Anyway, and yeah. So anyway, I've never been to summer camp. But all those venues.
Absolutely amazing event. And I don't know. I've seen what's public or not, but Ian Goldberg during this whole thing has been like supportive of his staff in like really amazing ways that he's not letting anybody know about publicly, but that guy is a boss, and
Oh, he is incredible.
he's done some pretty amazing things during this, and I can't really get into all of it, but that guy is amazing.
Well, their feed right now is over there on. We got
things about him. I cannot picture myself not ever being there. In all those bands, how does that function?
Well, we do kind of got to plug their event right now. They've got their weekend thing. They're streaming all weekend for it's only $25. It's a whole bunch of cool recordings and people talking and as much as they can get live to happen this weekend for summer camp. And you go to summer camp's page, you can find that.
Yeah, they're doing the summer broadcast, and yeah, I mean, tune in. There's going to be a lot of great stuff on there. The lineup they have for it is amazing. Of course, I mean that's
right.
They don't mess around.
I'm sure if they have a show, if they have some of the recordings they're going to show are going to be awesome too from some of the stuff that's happened out there, even if it's stuff from the past, you know. What
yeah,
it is.
Vanessa Robinson was posting today about all the work she was doing on the video stuff for that.
As part of Shoe Fest, she goes nothing compared to summer camp. Hey, Vanessa Robinson, how you doing? I saw something by Janice Dwalling. You might know her.
Yeah, we know
about
Janice.
summer camp. How this is her favorite time. She waited for this point. I had goosebumps. I've never been there, but when she posted and wrote what she did, hey Janice, hey Bootsy.
The Family Groove set is always amazing.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, I can felt it through the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Bittersweet.
strange.
Yeah.
It is, but yeah, summer camp is an amazing event. You know, they'll be back.
Yep.
We'll all be.
No, I'm not going there because you know why?
Huh?
You're Wookiee foot.
Because you're afraid of Wookiees?
Oh.
Or you got Wookiee fear? Hold on. Where'd I meet you at? Festival?
Backstage.
Oh, were you normally Wookiee foot this weekend?
No, I don't do Wookiee. You know what I missed when I was out cutting the lawn yesterday? I cut the lawn barefoot in the grass.
Yeah.
Thing. It's a beautiful thing, and I think of festivals. I'm cutting the grass, going, "Oh, I just did that part." That was.
We will again. Festival will happen.
You know, I listen to XRT. I'm not I listen. You know, XRT 93.1.
We and Jake included, all of us. We travel and do so much, and we go to so many places, and we spend our whole year doing so much of those things that when there's nothing to do, it's definitely a void to fill. I've been painting a lot. I think it's a good time to hone what we're doing as best we can, you know.
We don't know how we're doing. I don't know what was going on. I want to go. Well, let's go camp.
We will.
You're thinking about going driving out.
Sometimes I forget I'm talking and there's people watching this. I'm sorry. Watch that. Edit that.
Oh, I already did. It's all edited. On Facebook, it looks awesome. There's 1,200 viewers. You're fine.
Really don't care.
Oh, 12. Sorry, we just lost 2.
Oh, 12.
It doesn't matter. That's not why we do it. This is so me and Phil can hang out, so we can talk to our friends like Jake and the people that are out there, like I said, and all kind of lingering in the void right
Who's
now.
Jake Willis? Oh, Jake's right there.
Jake is our guest right now. We haven't said enough lately.
I have memories of a lot in, Jake and him in the rafters. That was killer. And he blamed me. Did you not blame me?
Yeah, I mean, you were the one that was.
Hey, you don't have to say nothing. I love you, Jake.
That was right before I quit drinking. I love you too.
I miss Chishuba. I miss Brainchild. I miss Hope. I miss Dinner Tea.
I miss all my peeps, definitely.
Yeah.
And usually during the year, I'm out playing my solo shows all the time, and was so rarely on co-bills. In the last year before all this stuff was going on, like last year, I did hundreds of shows, and only I think maybe like 5 or something co-bills that weren't festivals. So the festival season was usually when I'd get to see everybody, and we'd all get to reconnect and hang.
Oh, yeah.
So missing a festival season, it's a drag.
Yeah. Need to take advantage of it, like I said. And
it's better than the alternative.
be positive, of course. You always are.
With people getting sick. I want to be responsible for other people getting sick, and so.
Everybody, that's the thing. Everybody in our scene is very conscious of everybody around them always anyway. And we hug and we love each other, but we're always also conscious of our presence in each other's spaces, I think.
You know what? I'm never going to get a hug from Jake Littlesey.
Oh, you'll get a big sweaty beard after show hug.
I got the DNA on me on the sign that he got a piece of his red beard. It's on there. And if I try to clone it, it's going to
bags
be
of our bodies and up to the bags. Wow.
Next time I see you, watch. You better run.
Oh, I better run, huh?
No,
Well, don't ever run, Jake, man. It's really good to see you here tonight, man. I appreciate you playing a song for us.
Last time I saw Jake, I might have saw him at Sex Fest, my last show in Chicago. We would have conversation at Shoe Fest. And every time he's.
What was the last live show Jake saw?
The last one the last live show they did was with Chicago Farmer in Colorado Springs at the Western Jubilee.
Nice.
There's some video of that on my music page. I put up the first few songs of the set on there. My second cousin owns this venue out there on a record label that they just got bought up by the Smithsonian
Our
Institute.
presence in each other's spaces, I think.
You know what?
It's like a classic Western swing bluegrass label. And we played their theater, which was beautiful. It was so nice. But a couple nights before that, we were in Denver. And, well, where was the band at? We went our separate ways. A friend of mine picked me up, and we went up to Denver, to Fort Collins, rather, and saw Billy Strings.
Nice.
With some of the guys played together. And they were supposed to be doing a tour, and it was the kickoff date for their tour, and it ended up being the only show they got to do. And I was there front row, my friend Evan and Zippy.
What do you?
It was awesome.
Show it again, Phil. Say something when you show it, Phil. Phil's got Billy Strings art, I'm sure.
No, Laura's on the deck in the sun, and she's watching the show, and she comes in. Are you okay? She's critiquing me,
So you saw Billy Strings was basically your last show, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Jake,
Last-
come on.
I still rarely see concerts at all, but the last one that I saw, I got to go to a show with Billy Strings right before.
Billy, great guy. I met him. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, it seems like a nice cat. I'd seen him for the first time last summer. I was playing with Chicago Farmer. Up in Michigan, and he was playing the festival. The band wanted to leave, and I stuck around, and it was at Hoxieville, and I couldn't get the band to stay. I almost talked Kimber into staying. We were so close. She just needed maybe 2 more drinks, and she probably would have stayed for the rest of the festival. But the rest of the band drove off, and I stuck around and caught the rest of the festival the next day. It was awesome, and Billy Strings played in 2 shows and absolutely killed it. And afterwards, I was wandering around in the campgrounds, and I found him out picking with people in like a picking circle. but I play electric with Chicago Farmers, so I didn't have an acoustic guitar with me, so I couldn't pick with him. But I sat over and watched,
Hey, Todd Hazelroy, play some more electric. Play that Hendrix when I saw you.
This is not Todd Hazelrick. This is Jake Willis.
But anyway, I didn't care what he's. I do care personally, but Billy String had met him 3 times. But it just blows me away, and every time I see him, it's pretty dynamite. Billy String, and not personally, just his music, and it keeps getting better.
Jake, this is awesome. I appreciate you coming on, man. We want to play another song for us, or do you feel like playing another song? I won't pressure you.
Something.
No, this is just an open door. That, like I said, that's all what we do.
Is anybody watching, John?
No.
That's fantastic.
Jake,
I have no clue. I don't really like to look at that stuff. Actually, the way I have it set up, I can't even see that number.
I don't want to know. I'd love to hear
It's
you.
not about that. And this is syndicated or whatever, they say anyway. But this is just for fun. Jake, we love you, man. We appreciate everything you got. And if you have another one for us, we appreciate it. But you don't have to. Like I said, there's no pressure. It's up to you, man.
Yeah, you can call me every week. Call me every day. We can do this every single day.
All right. Jake Willis.
I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired where I'm on. Won't you help me, girl, just as soon as you can? People say that I found a way to make you say that you love me. Didn't go for that. Isn't that your thing? They don't wanna complain. So many ways I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired of alone. Won't you help me, girl, just as soon as you can? I guess you know that I love you so, even though you don't want me no more. Hey, hey, hey. I'm crying tears. Yeah. Do you like it, sonny? Love me if you will. Yeah. Yeah, I'm tired of being alone. Here by myself now. Yeah. Tired, baby. Wrap me up at night. In my dreams. Nobody but you. Sometimes I wonder if you love me like you say you do. I wanna get next to you, baby. I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired of alone. Won't you help me, girl, just as soon as you can? Tired, baby. I'm tired of being alone, all by myself. I'm so tired, baby. I'm so tired on my own. I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired of my own. Won't you help me, girl, just as soon as you can?
Jake, that is fantastic, man. I tell you what, thank you so very much, man. Wonderful. How does that song not speak to just volumes of the world right now?
Yeah.
What the hell's going on, The
Right.
strangest thing I've ever lived through, I'm sure, just up to now.
Yeah, up till now, man. I mean, it's only still March 83rd right now, so we have a whole year left to go.
I think it's Saturday somewhere.
It might be Saturday. Yeah, it is Saturday someplace, right? Is it? Which way does the is that in Indonesia right now? I don't know what time it is there.
I'm
Has
sure
been
somewhere ahead of us.
John Goldfine. They probably can look on. They're their phones are probably set to the other side of the earth at the time. Another
Man.
time zone those guys are in. They move around so much.
Wow, I really appreciate you coming on, Pete. I called you
I
Pete.
appreciate you.
I called you Pete. I just looked over and
You
I
did call me Pete Jive, didn't you? You know, Pete Jive, that cat.
Let's talk about Pete Jive for a minute. He's a pretty important guy.
I love that guy so much. He is such a doll. Pete Jive is just one of the best human beings. And even before all this stuff, if nobody ever calls anymore, nobody uses their telephones as telephones.
Oh.
It's like against the rules or something. You're like not supposed to do that.
No, Pete will
But
call
Pete
you.
Jive, if my phone rings and it's not a telemarketer, it would be Pete Jive. Like, and I would only check the phone because there's a chance it could be Pete Jive.
Yeah, I agree.
He calls his people every few days. He like hit me up once every couple weeks, every once in a while. He just like checks in, and so during this whole thing, I've been talking to him, on somewhat, like every, maybe once or twice a week or so, usually.
He's a great,
And-
he calls, he's got a list of us, and he calls us and talks to us, and Pete Jive
Yeah.
he writes great songs too, by the way, Tuesday nights, 420, whatever,
Yeah,
etc.
he's doing his 420 shows, and
Pete Jack's a great guy. Laura's a big supporter of all the bands. Jake, you got a shirt or a hat, Laura will buy it. Support the band, support the artist. Laura supported.
oh yeah, you got the Pete Jive shirt. I was doing merch for a long time, and then at a certain point,
I like it a lot.
I had to reorganize my mom died, and
Yeah.
it sort of like threw my whole world, what I was doing for a loop, maybe sort of like take a step back and take a look at what I was doing and sort of reorganize and get down to the essentials. And when I was going, that's kind of like after that, I transitioned into the one-man band show, did a lot like that. And one of the things I did was like abandon ship on merchandise because it was like, I'm not a fashion. That's not what I got into this for,
Oh, you are fashion, Jake. Come on.
He's hot. Cover Rolling Stone hot, I'm talking. But now,
I was gonna have to spend too much time distracting from what the music that I got into this for to be designing merchandise
Jake,
and carrying it by myself and trying to sell it when I'm alone at the shows. It was just too much for being alone. So I stopped. That might be a time I'll do that again if music does come back.
Is there a way that people, Jake, can
Well,
access
music
your...
comes
Hold
back,
on,
it doesn't.
Phil, hold on a
It's gonna
second. Hey, Phil, let me talk for a second.
Yeah.
Jake, I'm sorry. That was rude. But that's
No.
me, I guess, at times.
We're all talking here.
Do you have an opportunity for people online to get your music? Is it available someplace or here and there?
Yeah, I mean, you can go on my Facebook, Jake Willis Music, and there's hundreds of free videos there, and people are welcome to use any of that stuff any way they want. It's on YouTube also, and you can download the videos and you get the audio off them.
And see, that's so like you. I'm just trying to give people a way to support you if they can somehow. I mean, you just talked about you don't have much in the way of merch going on, and I know you're not playing a lot online, but if people wanted to get something, Jake Wilson, support you somehow, is there a way they could do that?
No.
That's why we love you, I guess. What the shit?
No, I spent, I was making records back in the day, and I spent thousands and thousands of dollars and hundreds of thousands of hours and wasted a lot of time working on those things. And then at a certain point, it seemed to hit me as like a 20th century medium. It was like,
Yeah.
people are chasing this illusion of that. I mean, there's some cats that can make it work, like Chicago Farmer. You can sell enough records to make it logical to do it. It just didn't. The amount of money to put into it, I was seeing it put my friends out of business. Like so many bands that we all know and love that were regional groups.
Here's some vinyl records. For my friends
Yeah, like that cat. He's selling records still.
Yeah.
And he's so prolific, man. Eddie Anderson. I played with him in the '90s. I used to play in a band with
Sandstone.
It's a big. They're all big investments though. When you're doing stuff like that, it's a huge investment to get vinyl, especially.
Yeah, so a lot of my friends were making records with their bands, and these bands that I loved, and we'd all go see, and then they would end up in debt because they made a record.
Right.
And
I understand that point of the business of bands. They've told me.
The number one cause of bands breaking up that I knew was records. Making records was breaking up my friends' bands. And stepping back, with the way the industry works now, and at that for those years, it just didn't make sense to be making albums.
Okay,
as far as business. And for me, I was just trying to stay alive and play music. And my whole thing, I was a little kid, was playing music, stay alive. That's it.
Right. Make stickers.
You almost-
Today.
Oh, I do have stickers.
Right, and I have some killer white one with your jam with your beer. Stickers
Yeah.
are the best thing because they travel. They're cheap. Don't make them too pricey. Stickers.
I have lots of
Well-
stickers, and I was giving them away for free. I would buy a
It's a
batch
great
of
promotion. That's my opinion.
All I'm trying to say, my whole point is that Jake, you write great songs, and you've inspired us. And if people would like to support you, they should be able to. There's no pressure ever from anybody anywhere. But I just want to see my musician friends carry through this time comfortably.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I'm gonna survive one way or the other. I've got a guitar for sale right now. I got an old Gibson 40s that I got an offer on that I'm thinking about taking, and that'll keep me floating for a little while longer. That'll pay my rent for a couple months.
Because I've heard you say that you play for free, but if you got a tip, you could probably get a CD.
Well, Jake,
Yeah, that's the thing. And that was on a CD.
I know. I love your music, Jake. Your lyrics have always inspired me, man.
I'm selling my albums for $25, but Jake did one for me personally. You know what? In time, it's for $500 because Jake did it.
Whatever. Anyway, man, we're really happy to have Jake
That was
here
wrong.
today.
It ain't going nowhere. It's on my wall downstairs. It's just I love his signature.
Everything has its price.
Your signature has evolved nicely, Jake. I appreciate that too.
But you see the album, if you watch next weekend or next couple weekends, I think this is going to be happening. John involved me. I don't know. We're getting paid. I think he threw me.
I'll pay you in blueberries.
Yeah, blueberries. Yeah, I got a album that I started, which artists, they just years, but of you, and I see it in you. It's a picture of you from a festival that I saw. It's a Jake Willis, and I look at it and go, it's almost there. And then I'm going to go, there it is, Jake. I'll let you see it. Pretty cool. I don't like portraits, but that's cool.
Right on. Yeah, I mean,
Right on, Jake.
all this time now, out of, sort of most of the time not being out in public with our art that much at the moment, as much as we would normally be. So it's a time that you can experiment with stuff like that. If you maybe play around with portraits at home, because you can, and I can mess around with stuff I wouldn't do in public because I can't work on that. I was playing a lot of steel guitar around the house for a while because I can't do this stuff in my solo show, but it's fun at home. So
Yeah.
it was fun with Cody.
Yeah.
Which still the thing.
He'll be back.
I don't know what's going on with the Chicago Farmer Band. Like, that's not up to me, but
Yeah, I mean, how was that tour? I'm talking to people. Probably no one's watching, so. I mean, I was very intrigued from the field notes. I know all the guys in the band, but I thought that was pretty wild.
This is only night 2 of the show. This is only number 2. Now, the people that aren't watching right now, someday will wish they were watching it tonight live.
I didn't get paid for the first one. How am I going to do a third one?
Matt Robinson took the whole budget for the first one.
Jason Miller, how you doing, man? I see you on there. Yeah, there's people out there.
Yeah, there's people. My friend Billy Fury just logged in. He's from the Soy City Stranglers. They're a hell of a band from here. I'll tell you what. They're called the Soy City Stranglers. I know you like metal too, Jake. They're heavy.
Yeah.
I guess I would call them hardcore. I would imagine that'd be the best terminology for their music. And
like corrosion of conformity hardcore? Like what kind of hardcore?
oh, they're badass, man. They're called the Soy City Stranglers. We'll get them on some point. At some point, we'll have Billy come in and do an interview. But they're a local band here in town.
My 2 favorite bands are The Clash and Led Zeppelin, and The Clash is not enough, but yeah.
The Clash is not in Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, no, I mean, I grew up with English. I like English. People are watching this, so they're gonna know my ammo.
What's your favorite Clash?
Police and Thieves. I know 50 songs. Sandinistas unbelievable. I love their reggae stuff. They are so. Joe's drummer is unbelievable. I was going to see the Muscaleros before he just passed away. Police and Thieves. In the Street. I see. Jake, that's number 1, and Zeppelin. I'm
Probably get in trouble for playing it. We'll just play it for a second.
Where do you want to go? You want to go a couple hours with the Clash stuff. I can, yeah.
Clash is Phil's favorite band. I've actually picked out Clash stuff
Oh,
for
it's
him.
not. I'm not on. Jake Willis is my
You're my favorite band.
We love it, man. We love it. I don't even know how
Cody's going to be on in about 5 minutes with his show.
it's coming up.
It's,
Well, is he on at
What are you
6 or I
talking
think he's on at 7 now, but we're going to try not to overlap too hard anyway. Jake, thank you for coming. Jake Willis.
Man, like, actually, I'm going to call Charlie at some point today because I've been trying to get back on to him. Nobody in the band's been talking really, and we all love each other so much. Like, I'm up here, and the Bone Jokes guys are down in.
Charlie and Cody have been busy.
Yeah.
Was Cosmic
Yeah,
Charlie? I met Dan Andre and Cosmic Charlie before they were in bands, and they came by Stowaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played in the Calypso band, but I get it.
Yeah.
Cosmic Charlie, but I know Cosmic Charlie and Dan Andre about that, but much love to those both.
Oh, I love those people so much. That little chapter of time that we all got together traveling together was that was solid gold. If that's how everything went out, like that's a pretty fine place to end that. That was an amazing thing. If we get to keep doing it somehow, if that ever comes together again, that'd be awesome too. But man,
we
what a
should
time.
we should all think that way too, because those memories are great. We're gonna have them again. Don't fret. Don't worry. We'll be all okay. We're doing something. I have no clue. What we're doing.
Yeah, well, I do what we're doing. I got no idea.
We have been
I
so lucky tonight. Oh man, Jake, it's awesome to have you here. You want players?
Yeah,
Jake,
yeah, love you
are
guys.
you gonna sing us a song? Are you gonna serenade us, or you can play for it? Were you crying?
Well, I'm afraid if I start playing a song, then I'm going to overlap Cody's show because we're getting so.
We're not gonna go past 6. Man, I appreciate you, Jake.
7 or I'm in a different time zone. You're in Chicago.
Everybody does their broadcast at the same time. Like every week, like at 7 o'clock, I've seen like all my different people. Like on last week, it was Aaron Zindel from the Ragbirds was on at the same time as Cody was, and then it was like Charlie and those guys, and there's like all this stuff.
There's probably 6 right now. I do
Right.
admit that, you know.
You know
But
what? I don't care. Friday at 4 o'clock, it's John and Phil.
Oh, you guys got this one unlocked.
4 o'clock on Fridays, one way or another.
We got to promote more live streams for bands that are playing. Isn't band Lord? That's why these notes. Isn't Vince playing tonight?
No.
Is he?
You know, he plays on the other night. Anyway, listen, the bottom line is,
Tuesdays
I'm going to make you watch me for just a second.
Yeah, check out Aaron Zindel. If you don't, she's from
The Ragbirds. Yeah, the Ragbirds, yeah.
She's been broadcasting.
The Ragbirds?
Like, it was like really.
I've seen the Ragbirds. They freak my mind out at the face of the moon. They're right here on this phone. We got for 10 hours, dude. I got stuff, man. I got stuff. Ragbirds are right here. Come on.
The Ragbirds are amazing.
Cody, you can't go on yet. Hold on.
Listen, stop for a second because it's getting close to maybe. I think he goes on at 7. That's what I read on his page tonight. But
No.
just
I'll call his up and take a look.
All right.
Yeah, Aaron Zindel did a broadcast last week, and it was her and somebody else was playing with her. I didn't know who her friend was, but they were on 2 different video screens. That one was black and the other one was white, and they were the presentation was just amazing. It was beautiful, and the songs, of course, are so high level. Those guys are incredible.
Oh, well, I mean, Jake, we're so happy you could come. We are going to make sure that we, in case it's 6 o'clock, and I think it's 7, but it could be 6. Chicago Farmers playing tonight.
You know
So
what? No, you're right. My laptop can't get online anymore, so it's still stuck in winter time, like before the time change. So I thought it was almost 7. My bad. Okay, we're good. Never mind. I don't even know what day of the week it is right now, man.
I think they had some days too.
Right, Hawaiian
because
shirt.
my laptop was open so I could see if anybody was commenting on Facebook, and the time on that is still stuck on before.
Well, I dreamt I was Johnny Cash. Bought or sold and had to suffer. But none of the music suffered. No one had to hurt.
You on?
And I dreamt I saw Johnny Cash
What's that?
wearing a bright Hawaiian shirt.
nothing. Just sound biting Cody.
Who's I supposed to get cut out? Jason's not showing up. Okay. No shout out to Still Shine. Hey, if anybody's
I didn't hear back from Jason Miles, but he was waiting on summer camp page to see, and I don't have that page open anymore to see what's going on over there.
Here's my time to if anybody's listening.
My wife, Jake, says that she loves you out
No.
there. She's out here.
Oh,
Yeah, Amy's here.
Got any old barnwood or old cedar boards you're gonna throw away or boom? I'll take it. Got any old records?
I don't. Do we have a topic tonight? I don't think we do. That's the best part about
No,
this
we
show.
didn't.
There's-
I have all these notes. We got nowhere because Jake is a great guest and he should come on every time. And I think
Yeah.
we have to go like 7 hours every.
make it
We gotta
the
get
villain.
some sponsorship. We gotta get some sponsorship.
Well, we're sponsored by the stuff that the people that we work for. I imagine. So
Feed the Dog, great band, Feed the Dog, from Wisconsin. Here's a shout out to John Grass Fed.
raw papers.
What else? What
They
else?
bought me a Lamborghini.
Here's a cluster plug. We just got that in the mail today.
Tonight we're not sponsored by any of those. Tonight's show is brought to you by the letter J.
Jake, I love you. I miss you.
Yes, honey.
Special guest appearance from Amy Griffin.
Hi.
She's doing pretty good. She's been with me for how long now? Many days. 83 days or so, like you said, Jake.
23 years?
Plus 23 years.
That's a lot of days.
No. We're good. We're good. I still love this guy. I still love this guy. Very much. I miss you,
Put the
Jake.
gun away.
That's where it's at. That's where it's at. Oh, that's the whole. That's what's good in life. That's what's best in life is right there. You get it, you know.
Who's online now? We got Janine Pinkton just came back online. My cousin Robert Disney.
I'm all for that. I think that's where it's at.
Love you too. I'm a smart ass. Oh, there you are, Amy. You're in the picture.
I am in the picture.
You're in the button. There's the hamster.
The button that we have at both of our, we're not sharing the button. Here, hand it to me. Here, hold on, I'll show it now. We're not in the same room, I
We're
swear.
in the same.
We're not in the same room. Here, I'll hand it back to you now, Phil. Okay, here, I'll hand it back to you.
Okay.
You show it. Now you show it on your side.
Okay.
It's magic. It's not only a variety show; it's a variety show as well.
Where's Dan Watkins? I thought he was coming on.
Oh, Dan Watkins. I saw him comment right when I finally got Facebook up. He just put an LOL to something that one of the.
He's out there still. He was the River Valley Rangers were gonna be performing at his house tonight or
That's
something
right,
at his
that's
venue.
right, that's right.
Oh, were they
Right.
doing
If they lose, wait till next weekend. They can't be booked because
I'm not sure if there's practicing there. I think at his space somehow, but he's gonna be involved with them tonight. He was gonna be
Does
involved.
anybody know the lineup for next weekend? I know.
For our show next weekend, it's got some very special guests, but we can't talk about him, Phil. And we're talking about it. All
We
right,
can? Okay, we can.
we cannot talk about it anymore. Jake's here right
That's
now. We're
pretty
gonna
big.
talk
I'm
about it
kinda
next
shocked.
week
I'm-
while
I'm-
the guest
you
is
know,
still in the
I'm
house.
getting ready for our next weekend already. It is pretty impressive. I mean, not pretty impressive. That's kind of staggering, actually.
What's that? Your performance tonight, or
Yes, that Jake Willis performance. But the guests you lined up next weekend.
next weekend? We have a special week.
Those guys all right, but wait till next week.
Do you
Really?
know, Jake?
Now listen, the theme tonight was kind of not generally.
I'm pretty impressed.
Appropriately,
I'm not pretty
completely-
impressed. I'm very impressed, and I really appreciate your time and your love. and
We're
your
we're thinking about summer camp this weekend. We are, and Jason Miles and those guys, and Van, all those cats.
It's only the second time I've been on Zoom, so I'm looking like it's. But Jake Willis is. I team.
Oh, you know, I wanted to bring up.
I don't know.
There's another one of these live casts that's been going on every week. I wanted to bring up.
Can't do it. I can only do it once a week.
There's this cat, Bill Pasalqua, who does like the
Yeah, Bill Poss, yeah.
the Pos music thing. He's doing that thing every. I don't know if it's every day. It seems like it.
I
but
know
every-
who he is.
It's like every day at 3 o'clock. The
I
split
went
bill.
to the first Way Down Wanderer Festival. I met him at Hartford. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's been doing his podcast every day, and it's called Split Bill. And I've been tuning into as many of most of them. I think I'm usually awake at that point, right?
He gets a lot of really good musicians,
I don't know,
and
Got
I
amazing.
don't know your rock star lifestyle. Are you a morning riser, or you stay up till 4 and party and get up at
Well, a lot
if
of
you ever
times,
wonder what my life is like throughout the summer, this is my general daily life with Phil.
Yeah,
Or-
it would be that I would play a show, and I'd get done someplace. I'd play a 3 or 4 hour set by myself, pack up while the bar closes, load on my gear, and start driving at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and get back to to Chicago. It's 8 a.m. or something, and then sleep until it's time to head to the next gig. But now this whole thing going on, I've just been sort of spiraling. My time schedule doesn't mean anything days of the week. Don't mean anything right now. I'm just in here practicing, and
I don't mean to say that, but I like asking questions and observing. I don't try not to share. I guess some people are listening, but I like asking. I call life of a rock star. Whether you're bluegrass or a single band or whatever, call life of a rock star. Some musicians call me life of a rock star because I am part of.
Oh, you're definitely a rock star.
No, we are rock star. I mean, I don't like that word. We are we. We are us. And that's beautiful, John. I love that. Man, look at that color. So you got the pop. It's about lighting. About,
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, he's got that thing with some art going.
I think this is the first time I've done this. And John got involved. The lighting's right. I'm not in my. Actually, I threw this together in our bedroom. But I'll have more stuff. I got a picture of you. I'll show you at. After we get off air, you don't have to know. You got to tune in. You can't get no clues who's playing next week. It's pretty crazy good.
Okay.
On the posters here, he's there. He's a headliner, and there's 2 headliners playing, and you might know one of them. I think you played in this band. Anyway, and then there's someone you might not know. People are watching this. I'm giving hints. John's going to get on and go, "You ass."
Gonna get mad. Yeah, you don't want to upset him. Spoil
My
it.
lighting is bad. So what's I got a picture of you when I went to Michigan in the Dome. What was that festival?
The Dome in Michigan. The Dome.
The Dome, the farm thing. When people were camping next to us, they brought their pet pig. Sean Stew was there playing soul. Ben Miller Band was there, and you were there.
Down on the farm?
No.
This is in Michigan. I mean, we used to do Michigan Peace
Outside
Festival.
of Lake Michigan by the sand dunes to the right, the Dome building. And then the
Dome? Yes. Was it Dunegrass?
Haven? South Haven? Haven something.
South Haven?
Oh, you know who
Yeah.
just said hello? Was
Michigan.
Sheila Whitaker just said hello. Sheila Jones Whitaker just
Hi
said
Sheila.
hello.
Hey Miss Sheila.
We all love
Cheers.
Sheila.
Yeah, that's before I vended or even knew you. Yeah.
You're talking about Michigan Peace Festival, the one by South Haven.
Right. Okay.
Doodle Doo Peace Festival.
Right.
They moved. They're doing it someplace else, but yeah, there's a cat Bim Willow that owns a ranch there, and he is just an amazing artist, an amazing character. He does willow art. The first time I went there, it was one of the first festivals that I played really, and I played that one for 20 years almost, maybe more than that. I don't even know. But the first time I went there, he had taken willow branches and wove them into a chair that was like 50 feet tall. That maybe even taller than that. It like stretched over the top of the path, so you had to like walk under it on the way to the stage.
In Eve.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like Burning Man, he would make these giant effigies and burn them at some point. But he's an amazing artist, and the guy's just a gag. Bim Willow is brilliant, and you have his property there. They did Michigan Peace Festival there for 20 years before it moved on to another site.
Yeah, one of the promoters is wanted me to go there, but I'm terrible with names. But he wanted me to go to Peace Fest.
Yeah.
Don't go to Feast Fest.
From Igor's friend. He's Genome Marty.
Oh yeah. Marty was helping run the Michigan Peace Festival.
Right. He asked me, and it just wasn't Marty. Marty G. Yeah.
Yeah, man, Marty. That dude. He's awesome. He's like a killer.
He
player.
is awesome. Yeah.
He's a killer player. He's a lot of fun, and he's just like a hard
Good guy. Hey Marty.
He's like running a construction team. He's out there doing the work, man. Like that guy's a boss. And he can funk. He's got great time. He can play the horn like nobody's business. That's a dude.
That's a band I miss. I miss Gino. I miss talking. I like talking about bands. I got notes. I haven't even started. We can go on for like 10 hours, but I'm getting.
We have till 7. At this point, we have till 7.
Shane and Elizabeth. Here's the rock, but I didn't paint it yet. I had the paints, but I'm not there.
If you don't know
I
who
just
Phil,
thought it,
Are you
always
in Peter?
Peace Festival.
No.
It
I
worked
need to
out.
break guys talk.
We should talk about the Michigan Peace Festival thing. And if you guys want to get tripped out, the cat who runs Michigan Peace Festival now, his name's Jimmy Valentine. And look him up on Facebook, and he is absolutely wild. This guy is he's so fun. He's
What part of Michigan is that in? Is that southern Michigan somewhere? Or
Southwest Michigan,
Mhm.
so not that couple hours away.
Sure.
Now I guess it's when they moved it the last time to the final location. It's kind of near South Bend, Indiana, just across the border into Michigan.
I've never been to a festival in Michigan, not yet, but I will eventually.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan is absolutely beautiful. I used to do dune grass back in the day, and that was an incredible fest. And I think that's kind of when that came apart. I think that's part of Hoxieville probably was related to that in some way when that grew into the brilliant thing that is. Hoxieville is.
Yeah.
Last year was my first time there, and I was.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the festivals we get to. We've been to a few. Man, it's weird.
Yeah, if they come back, man, and I would highly recommend going out and checking Hoxieville out if you haven't been to a festival in Michigan. That's really beautiful up there.
How do you
And
think?
it's kind of got the Fest vibe, but in just a different scene. It's like an alternate universe world of kind of a shoe vibe. Great family
I wonder
vibe.
how it'll come back. You always have to wonder who will come back first. I mean, our hardcore family crew will be there, but it'll be hard to sell. I think it'll be hard to sell this stuff for a while for a festival idea.
Yeah, very dangerous for a promoter right now to like risk. It's very expensive to do that, and not just in money, but in the time you have to put into it, and how much of your life you have to throw into that. I've seen so many friends of mine who are promoters just, they put as much work in as the musicians do. They work so hard,
Yeah.
and to do all that, and not be able to sell tickets during this, it's be afraid of, not sure if you can. It's really risky. It would take a lot of guts right now to do it.
Not to discount how hard you work at all, but those guys are stressed the whole time. They don't got to worry about just their set. They got to worry about every single part of the event that happens. Every band that's been booked, every event, every side stage, every tent, every camper, all that stuff. It can be it's an intense experience.
I mean, like while we're at Shoe Fest, I mean, Vanessa Robinson, like, how often do you see her? She's there the whole time.
Day before and day after.
Whole time. And she's in an office, like, just cranking away at it.
Yeah.
At Scamp, Jason Miles and all these guys, they're working their butts off, like, all the time. And it's not just at the event. It's been going on for, months that they've been doing that.
Yeah. Anybody who throws a festival
right
and
now,
has
they can't do live casts to do anything. You can't. It's pretty hard for Vanessa or any of these people they can't like go on and do anything related to what they do online this way, the way that they were able to do it in the scene where they were working. And Nick Leroy is another one of these cats down in Bloomington. It's like
they're all working hard.
Figure out what to do now.
And they're just as effective as the musicians are, as everything they built up all these years for all this stuff. Bridget Clintus the same way. Everybody. It's a hats off to the Goldbergs, all of them. Everybody's fighting right now this weekend. I hope that
absolutely.
Go ahead, man.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, and all the independent venues that I was working in, it's like I'm worried about these folks.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if you like try to flout all this, and somebody got sick or and they pass it on to somebody who died or something, like that'd be a lot to carry, and I don't know about liability even, but just that you want to be responsible for that. And aside from just the risk of not selling tickets, there's just so many factors involved right now. It's gonna be a while.
Looks like Pete's back. Or looks like I call it everybody fucking Pete. I'm
Went
sorry.
outside. It's so beautiful outside.
Phil, it's nice here too.
That's why I get up at. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, good. Oh, you just went outside to take a look outside, Phil?
Well, I have a beautiful garden with like 15 birdhouses and steins, and we have 7 varieties of birds, and we have hummingbird feeders. It's really eclectic, even though we live in the suburbs. I enjoy that. And we got a nice deck to watch the sun just hit. It's beautiful, and I have a big garden, so I just went out there and it's.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I bet your bird is amazing.
It is quite amazing. It really is. I mean, other people have. It's really.
Phil encouraged me. I bought a bird feeder this week because of that.
What, John?
Oh, I bought a bird feeder this week because of Phil's, talking about his bird feeders last week.
Yeah, I have bird houses, bad houses. I thought I have bird houses, bad houses, bee houses. Someone came over and people come by. They're in a garage. You don't have to see me. You can be 10 feet away, and they come and pick up signs and bird houses and bad houses.
Nice.
Yes.
Selling some artwork that way online, like having people drive by to pick up their house. That's awesome.
Yeah, the first show I did, I wasn't even really vending. I was handing out my bird houses, so anybody has those. They're the pieces, and that's when you played over the river. Was it Whippersnap or Nippersink? Jake, you played Zeppelin. You played a Robert Plant over the river. Anyway,
that was
on water.
That was the last whippersnap. The one in
Yes.
second to last, the one in Rockford.
Yeah, I probably have the yes.
It was with Old Shoe. There was a Led Zeppelin band that played first. Who I'm not going to name, but they didn't stop when they were supposed to stop, and I was supposed to go on after them, and they wouldn't stop, and the sound crew had to turn the power off on them to get them to go off the stage, and they were already like way past time, and they had just started to launch into No Quarter.
Yes.
Right as the power got turned off, like when they were like 4 songs past their time slot already. So when Old Shoe wanted, just by coincidence, we had talked about playing that song, so they had me open with them on that song because the other band had just gotten cut off in the middle of it. It was a pretty hilarious moment. That was the one too that Joe Day has his Leslie's cabinet for his organ on stage with like this rotating speaker, and he took my microphone and plugged it into his Leslie cabinet for his. So the mic that I was singing into was going through this like rotating speaker on stage for his organ, and it was such a kind of sound that it does. Yeah.
The sloped hill over the river. It was and they had the Bloody Mary. I was passing on my birdhouse, giving away to promote my art. Well, Mackey's got.
Jake.
Yeah, my favorite band. I mean, everybody's got their own. What do you like to eat, drink? Don't. But music, Zeppelin and the Clash is my number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Zeppelin? Even though you do Robert Plant, are you a fan of Zeppelin, Jake?
Yeah, I love Zeppelin. That whole thing came because the Herbert Weiser band.
Right.
And I was doing a Halloween show together in Bloomington at Mac Glass, which was this big factory building.
Yeah, Jason Mack. Yeah.
It was so cool. And those guys are amazing glass artists. But they would have these events. And so we did a Halloween show. And so talking with the guys in Weiser, we were trying to come up with like a musical costume we could do. And we decided like we could stand doing a whole set of Zeppelin. That would be a lot of fun. And it went over so crazy. Like that. We were being like attacked. It was like being a band in the 70s. It was so over the top, and I can't even say online like some of the things that happened.
Okay, that's fine.
It was like something from Hamper of the Gods. It was absurd. So afterwards, we were all like, we have to do that again. So we got Greg Fundus involved to do the John Bonham thing in the group, and we put that together and worked on it, and we did some shows, but everybody would be so excited about going to the show, and then they just wouldn't show up. So like we stopped doing it because it just didn't make any sense. But people seem to like be really into it when we talk about it, or like they enjoy when they saw it or the videos or something. But it just didn't draw, and we couldn't afford to keep messing with it. It was so much work to do. But it was a fun project and kind of to really dig into that material hard.
Yeah. And then the evolution of Greg Fundus ending up in Led Zeppelin 2 right now with all that.
Yeah, we did that whole Zeppelin project together, and then he went on and joined Zeppelin 2.
Yeah, he's been at Led Zeppelin 2. A piece of my artwork is with Greg Fundus's drumstick, and I have a piece you saw last week. It's not done yet, but anyway, Zeppelin, great Led Zeppelin 2. Hey, Greg Fundus, much love.
Greg Fundus genius, man. Like there aren't any better drummers than Greg Fun.
Farouk.
Anywhere. It doesn't matter any. Well, there's
No.
nobody better than that guy. You can be different, but there's nobody better. Just different.
Yeah,
He's
he's
just-
different. That's
Oh,
why.
he's a hell of a
Playing
show. Honestly, he's the reason.
It feels like you're surfing a volcano. It's just so much power. It's like endless amounts of power and energy
No.
coming from that guy.
The roots of
he's
all
so
the John
weird.
Griffin, the roots of all the John Griffin art posters started with 56 Hope Road, and they were wanting me to do posters for the local shows here. And Greg was the
Yeah,
one
Greg.
that pulled me in,
Yeah.
and he pulled me across the summer camp, and he pulled me to who knows where else.
Great band, 56 Hope Road. It's downstairs in my studio. I have a place to put posters from John Griffin. You buy some artwork from John Griffin. Me and Larry have space. We have base. I
I'll
don't
just
put
come
them on
visit you and bring you some.
all over the walls in our garages everywhere. In 56 Hope Road, Greg Fundus, John Griffin's artwork is displayed by my pool table. If you play at the Two Brothers Roundhouse, we invite bands when it comes. Stop by our house and play. Bowser Mountain's been there.
Nice.
Robin, yeah, come on by.
I miss those cats too.
There's a way. You got a place to crash out.
I need to call Sean Shield or something. I haven't talked to him in too long. I would just call that.
Sean's been here. Caleb's been here.
Nice.
Yes.
Man, those-
No. I
Great
think and come on by, Jake. Anytime you play at the Brothers Roundhouse.
All right. Well, I just played up there. I can't remember what month that was. Maybe back in the summer or something like that.
I think I talked to you and I said you were busy. I think I was at your last show with Fuzz Love.
Yeah, it was with Fuzzlove. That's right.
Yeah.
They might have.
I remember I asked you and you were busy. You said I always offer any bands to play up there. Great people at Two Brothers Roundhouse and let me vend my artwork up there. Hey, Chris, hello. Thank you for.
Yeah.
Man.
So anyway, any bands that play up there, might not like it, but come on by. Got a pool table in the guest room.
We have our guest today is Jake Willis, and of course, our co-host is Phil Strods. We all know Phil. He has the records and the art, and Jake does the music. We really enjoy these guys. Just break it in real quick because we only got about half an hour until we get to go over to Cody's house. But we're just continue to go on until we.
half an hour. I got overtime.
We were already an hour longer than we were last week.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if when this was supposed to go. So
There's no rules. This is just an experiment, and this is number 2 of many, I'm sure. We do have very special guests.
Because
Next week's special guests are
Last weekend
ridiculous.
for the first time, and
Not to discount
I'm
anybody we've had so
sociable, but
far.
very shocked, and this is kind of weird for me. Thank you, Griffin, for inviting me in.
Phil, you're shy.
Is this good, John or Jake? Is this good? People like this?
I don't care if people like it or not. That's not why we do it.
I really don't either. That's my mind.
The point is, right now, we're just here to promote the good music and
I know
friends
I'm
we
talking
have.
to Jake and John. That's
If we were set up at Shoe Fest, or just for instance, we would be at our booth and people would be walking by, and somebody like Jake would come by, and this is what would happen.
You know, we're gonna have a private festival. If you don't buy some stuff from John, we're gonna have a private festival. We're not gonna tell you where it's at.
It's like a rave, but there's no number to call.
No, there is.
Oh, Tracy just stopped by. Hi, Tracy. Oh man, Tracy's so good. She's so fun. Yeah, Mr. Blotto was doing those Tuesday things online. I think they're still doing their Trippy Tuesdays.
Mr. Blotto's been doing a lot of really good stuff. Tracy, speaking of them, Tracy Kenny's in the room, a good friend of Paul Bolger and the band themselves. We
One of
love
my
Tracy.
favorite bands, Chicago band. Hey, Paul. Hey, Tracy. Are you on? Hi. Hey,
We
Paul.
love
Hey,
Mr. Blotto
hey,
for sure.
Mark's one of the sickest guitarists I know from.
Yeah, there's no best in music generally. You can't really have a best because it's not a sport. But Mr. Blotto was the best. It's just like
There
yeah.
again,
They got a
you
hook.
just reiterated.
You know what they're doing? They don't have to. They just got a hook.
You just reiterated the whole point of the conversation was the cooperation versus competition thing. That's wonderful. Music is all about cooperation. You can't compete in a band necessarily with each other.
No,
You can compete at a certain point, but you can't really. You have to work together first. Just like talking
the
on
only time
Zoom.
it's got- yeah, no. A lot of those guys are good. Yeah, it's good guys.
They're great people, and they're just
Alan, Mark,
so tight. And
You know all their names, Phil? Because right now you're kind of being tested. Tracy is watching right now. I imagine Paul might be in the room with her.
Oh, well, if he is high.
Paul Vulture.
The first time
Yeah.
I saw those guys was like way back in the 90s.
Yes, me too.
Ernie Hendrickson, who was amazing. He's also doing
Ernie.
Ernie's good, yeah.
Every Monday, Ernie Hendrickson is broadcasting, so check that out. I think his wife's going to take over this week because it's her birthday.
Hi, Ernie.
Hey, Ernie.
He's not alive, but he can catch this later.
I love that too. He's such a doll.
We saw him at Jamford Jam with Ed Anderson and Ernie Hendrickson. Hello, if you're on. Hey, Ed Anderson.
Another connection to Cody, Chicago Farmer, because we can't forget that we got to direct people to Chicago Farmer, because all 9 of our viewers right now might want to go over there and check him out.
No.
I was playing with Ernie Hendrickson back in the 90s in the C band, and we were playing in Rockford, and there was this like old guy band playing, and it's like, oh, these guys, they've been around forever, like, and they were really good, but they're like, man, these guys have been playing forever, and it was Mr. Blotto, and it was like 1997 or something, and now they're like still at it, like, and even better, it's like amazing. They kept this thing together, like growing and getting better and better as they go.
I do think they win in that particular race.
I got Ernie's band, Ernie Hendrickson, Citizens of Love, with the girl drummer and the guy in the three band. That Ernie's got it going on. Ernie, FarmFest 450. He played at FarmFest 450. Hey, Nick Leroy, congratulations on your new
I want to do a shout out to Phil Strauss, the records over there, and Jake Willis, right there. It's so weird. What a night! This is fun. Night
I
too.
get like, even though I don't have any questions and anybody on Facebook, because I'm seeing just you 3.
That's
But
okay.
are you wearing black leather pants right now?
There are no questions.
I'm not wearing pants.
I'm not either. No pants party.
Just my summer camp T-shirt. That's it. I got my summer camp T-shirt. Good enough. I got my snakeskin vest and my snakeskin and there we go. We'll go with that.
Now, Jake, you got another song for us, there, buddy? I heard you playing a note there. I would like to. You got any more notes for us?
Oh, I got all kinds of notes.
You're
Hey,
welcome to
John,
play.
you gonna give a tip to who's playing next weekend?
No, not till later. Not till we're almost done. We're not done yet, obviously.
Yeah.
We have about half an hour till Cody goes on. We got to be off 10, 15 minutes. Everybody's got to run back to their tent after we do our thing so they can get the beer.
Dude.
And then run back to the next stage. And when they get back to the next stage, then they
I
can.
miss you, Jody. I miss you, Sheila. I miss you, Rishi Peters. I miss my group of friends who I camped with before I vended. I miss you all. I'm Make Chili and Jalapeno Poppers. I miss you all.
Jake
Yeah.
is coming to us from the central part of Chicago, Illinois, ladies and gentlemen, and we love Jake Willis. Jaik is how he spells his name. You want to look him up? You should. He'll be posted in the poster what you calls. We love Jake Willis, man. I appreciate you, Jake, being here. That's all I'm gonna say for right now. You take it for now. Thank you.
Thanks, Jake.
In my solitude, you haunt me. With reverie, the days gone by. In my solitude, you taunt me with memory that never died. I sit in my chair, I'm filled with despair. There's no one to be so sad. with gloom everywhere. I sit and I stare. I know I soon know, man, in my solitude. I'm praying, dear Lord above, send back my love. Yeah, dear Lord above, send back my love.
Yeah, man. Sounds good, Jake. Man, it sounds good. I know it's not. We're not.
Chester, hey, Jake.
Oh my God.
That's more people than Jake's had a show all week, man. Come on, that's awesome. We appreciate that, Jake. That's wonderful, man.
Love you, Jake.
Love you too.
Well, we can't
No,
keep everybody too
no,
long, I
no.
suppose.
I'm making a spinach cheese pizza tonight for dinner after the show. I was going to do it live. Spinach from my garden, it's ready. But time flies when you're having fun. Are we doing this again next weekend?
On Friday, yes. Well, that's on Friday, yeah, man. I can do it from my phone if I have to. I'll make it happen no matter where I'm at. Probably going to be sitting right here.
In my art studio, I'm using the bedroom and I get kind of freaky things in the garage and downstairs. It'll probably be a visual show. Everybody's got a.
Yeah, Paul is. Paul Bolger is online now, so we need to send a big shout out to Mr. Blotto and the guys. Yeah.
Paul's out there.
Yeah, he's out there. He's logged in.
Yeah, you got to get Paul Bolger on here. Bring that cat on.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's probably something I'm going to write down right now. I'd love to have Paul, anybody from any of those guys come in and do
I
a
know
little something or other.
Tracy. He knows. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, I love those guys. They're just good people, man.
I know people too. Paul Bolger would come on.
You know people. You said you were going to talk about that online.
Oh, we were online. People are watching this?
Excuse me. People are watching
I bet it was over with. It was just you, me, and Jake.
Right. I don't know how to end these things.
Shout out to people. Mr. Blotto, Purdier Sanson, so Chuchuba, Brainchild.
Mr. Bolger himself says, "What's up, fellas? Man, it's good to have him in. He's in."
Oh, you can do it.
Excuse me.
You can do it. I know you, Paul. Tracy.
Oh, I'm fine.
Get your hubby or get him to do it.
I'll put that on the list. That sounds a great idea. He said he's in. We'd love to have Paul come on the show. One of these nights. Friday nights around 4 o'clock.
We have
basically through the dinner time hour.
Freak out. I'm gonna freak out. I'm not gonna be able to talk next week. I don't know what John's got lined up, but I do know. I'm not gonna tell you.
I should have told you who's gonna be on next week.
Yeah, you did. It's kind of trippy. I can't even tell Laura. No.
And now, if either one of them is paying attention, they better be on it, or I'll have to come with some other guests really quick. Jake might be on again. Anytime. Jake would always be welcome.
Hey, Matt Robinson, what was your favorite band you said it was going to play? You never said that last week. Hey, Matt, what was the band you said one of your favorite bands was going to be at Shoe Fest?
Who are you talking to?
I want to know.
Matt's not here, I don't think. Matt could be here, but he's probably getting ready for the Cody show a little bit.
No, but remember last weekend he was on, hey, Matt, and he said one of his favorite bands was to be the headliner for Shoe Fest.
No, he did say he had an awesome band pick for Shoe Fest this year, and it's still on the line, but there again, conscious and positive and optimistic, but realistic too.
You know, I wish I was like the dude I wish I had a lot of money. I'd buy an island like the guy from UFC. Just buy an island and get our own festival.
We just have like a hippie wash station, and we just all go through it, right? And then we're on the inside.
Summer solstice.
I'll check my fever and stuff and my temperature. I don't have a fever.
Have a summer solstice or something.
Well, we can't push anything. Let's just watch it.
I know.
We'll watch and see what happens, and then
right. But if we looked at it on Tour City and we just watched it because we can't make public health decisions. So we just did it by
Yeah.
what state governments came up with and ran with that. So
I
we'll
know.
see.
Say, here's what we say to the virus.
It's like talking
We
politics.
say this,
and
middle finger to your
right?
face. We don't like you.
There's no right answer. I mean, who are we listening to?
Record.
All I know is I like good music and good art. So buy and listen to Jake Willis, Sean Griffin art, Philip Strode.
Oh, Tracy Kenny said Wilco would be
Do
one
that.
of Matt's
And you
favorite
better buy
bands.
it.
Did you hear what I said? Tracy Kenny said that she guessed Wilco on Matt's favorite band.
Hey Tracy, how are you doing, honey? Miss you.
That's a good guess.
Hey, Lotto's coming out next week. I'm gonna talk to the boys. Come on, Trace. Come on.
Imagine what Bill Graham would have done, now with all this.
They're
stuff.
heavy. I mean, if you really, I don't know if you're. See, I'm in like.
Who's heavy?
And outside of Chicago, but a lot of people don't know your area. And then Mackey's crowd. I'm like in the middle of those. I'm not trying to say anything.
Heck, doing broadcasts also. I saw Sean let me know that they were doing broadcasts over there. I think Pete Job was just on that the other day.
Mackey's is setting the stage up for people to come in and play.
Yeah,
Mackey's Hideout, another great follow.
Right.
When Blotto plays, man, when I see Mike.
Yeah, Paul Fish isn't gonna come. Paul said Fish for my favorite band.
8 o'clock, it's you
Maybe.
fest. There's no one in Vending Row. Everybody's up.
Remember that set from Shoe Fest last year? That was the keyboard player and drummer from the Trey
Becky
band.
London killed us last week.
Do
I mean,
you remember the set that was the Soul Monday? It was the
Oh yes. This guy's-
keyboard player and the oh my goodness, that was insane.
In other words, we miss music.
So right now, who just came in the page right now is a guy named Cody Decoff. He's checking in on us to see what we're up to. No good. So we got to remember again that we're all going to Cody's house after this. And after that we'll meet at Diggers. But
Is
first,
Cody on right now?
not yet. He's on our page. He's listening right now. So if you'd be
Hi,
polite.
Cody. Hello, Mr. Farmer. How are you?
Man, I miss you, man. I super
Miss you,
miss
Cody.
you. Chat. I mean, I know you're busy today, but
We're all
Oh,
coming to your house in a few minutes, man.
yeah. I'm not on. I use Laura's website, but we listen to you all the time. Here's a bunch of strings from Miles over mine. I want Kimber to do
yeah, I got some strings for Kimber too, and
yeah. This is
Let's
one
hear
I
it for
got
Twice
from
Upon a
Kimber.
String too.
Thank you.
Twice Upon a
Kimber.
String, beautiful artwork from
Yeah,
our daughter,
support the
our
artists,
darling
support
Kimber.
musicians. I love you, Cody.
Let Kimber sing.
You know me, but you don't know me, but I love you. Much love.
Well, man, we are gonna have to. Well, we still have a few more minutes. Cody's probably got to get his hands washed and stuff, and get his guitar tuned and all those things we got to do these days. I mean, we got to do our business. But we'll just have to see what happens. This is all an experiment. Everything is pretty unplanned, and but safe for consumption.
You've done this before. This is my second time doing this.
What makes you think I've done this before? This is my
I'm
third
there.
time doing it.
It's pretty cool.
Mm.
You know what?
I just think it's important right now.
Go.
Listen,
Hopefully, no one says anything wrong. There's no eject button. 'cause
like
I'm
3
not-
plus 4 is 9.
Jake's. Right. Don't give me mad. We're gonna go outside after this. Come on over. I'm
I know.
barbecuing. I'm making a
I know.
spinach.
We're going to Cody's house.
On the grill. I have enough distance so you can be 15 feet away, and I have a lot of birds, and I feed them, and it's really.
Yeah.
Please come.
that's
Cody-
so nice, man. I finished all of my like perishable
I have a
goods.
big
that
garden.
week. So I've been, like at the grocery store they have that discount rack, and I always go by, check it out, and then every once in a while there'll be
Always
something
do.
like squid or something that you would never know what to do with, but it's like 50 cents, so you buy it, throw it in the rack, and it ends up in the back of your cabinet, and I'm like at that point now where I'm like going through all that stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, like it's this, like jar of beets that I bought, or like this can of snails, like we're gonna eat that today.
Correct.
That's kind of where I'm at over here.
Yeah, I
No
do.
barbecues.
I live in a Hispanic neighborhood. I love going, and I'm a frugal shopper, and I love cooking.
I think we should put together some sort of fund that we could send groceries to Jake Willis's house. He needs a barbecue.
Well, you know what? No, if Jake in my house in like 3 weeks. You can eat out of here. I'm making a spinach beef. I have spinach, 3 different types of kale.
Oh, you're killing
Yeah.
me, Small.
Oh, we make kale chips. I mean, my garden is a freak zone. It's last year when we came back from the festival, first thing I did, didn't load the car, check the garden out. So I love my garden. It's a after I get off this thing, hopefully soon, I'm going on the backyard and looking at my plants and having a Hawaiian punch on the deck.
Oh man, 20 minutes till 7. At 7 o'clock, we're going to Cody Dekoff's Chicago Farmers page. I mean, probably Facebook.com/Chicago Farmer Music, something like that, along those lines. We're going there next. Man,
This is
Cody.
open up for Cody.
what a night! This is a good night.
He's
Jake
another
opened up for Cody.
gentleman,
The people that
there's
came, they got a show, man.
people that give big shout outs to Jake. Go ahead. Jake Willis, Cody. Hey, Cody. Good people who didn't know me, but they accepted me.
Phil, we love you, man. Whatever. You kidding? Pull my leg. Jake, those songs were awesome. Great selection of songs too, by the way.
Yeah, during Cody's whole set, I'm going to be over here playing along on my guitar. You guys won't hear it, but I'll be over here picking with him. You won't
Awesome.
hear it either, but I'll be playing along with him.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna give everybody about 15 minutes to get back to their tents and get their beer and restock their goods. And again, thank you, Jake.
I'll send him out with one.
Please do, Jake. One more. Thank you much. Thank you all for coming. We appreciate it big time.
Some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Others, they just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumpy.
Give a whistle.
And this'll help things turn out for the best. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you forgot. And that's the laugh and smile and dance and sing. If you're doing in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just pursue this, so that's the thing. And always look on the bright side of life. Come on, always look on the bright side of life. For life is quite absurd, and death's the final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your sins, give the audience a grin. Enjoy it, it's your last chance anyhow. And always look on the bright side of death. Just before you draw your terminal breath. Well, life's a piece of shit when you look at it. Life's a laugh and death's a joke, it's true. It's all a show. Keep laughing as you go. Just remember that the last laugh is on you. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life. Come on, always look on the right side of life. Always look on the right side of life. I mean, worse things happen at sea, I mean, you could be Hillary Clinton's campaign manager. Always look on the right side of life. What'd you say there, John Griffin?
That's right. Always look on the bright side of life. You kidding me? We'll be back. We will be back. Wow, man. Thank you, Jake, man. We really appreciate you coming on tonight.
Sure, man.
I'm gonna
Be
say
here. Thanks for calling.
I'm back.
Yeah, well, welcome back, Phil. We're getting ready to say goodbye. Nice of you to make an appearance on the show today.
We just started. It was a sound check.
You were going to go live in a few minutes. Are you ready?
Where are we going?
I'm Luke.
Yeah,
Where are we going?
Jake Willis, everybody.
Oh,
Everybody,
my
give it up for
God.
Jake Willis. Send five
Send it like that.
likes to Jake Willis right now. We love it all. We appreciate everybody coming out and listening and being part of it tonight. This show has been
Thank
brought to
Jake
you
Willis, for coming by.
by Jake Willis Music. And it's also been brought to you by Phil Strahd's records and his art and his album greatness and wonderful paintings and all the good stuff he does and everything that happens out there.
Want sign work for your shop? I'm doing a big sign for Jeffrey Hi-Ho Gems in Tinley Park. Go check out Jeffrey. You want a custom sign, a custom album?
So the plan is basically whatever.
Willis album, you know.
If you like a Jake Willis record, talk to Jake Willis. If you want a Phil Strode record, you talk to Phil Strode. I don't make records, but I'll sing a song for you. But we're going to be back here Friday night, next Friday around 4 o'clock. This is the Phil and Jon Zone.
You know, everybody's saving their money, John, because they can't do anything.
Well, we don't charge anything for this show. There's nothing to worry about. Don't worry about the money. I said likes and thumbs ups and hearts and cares and stuff and smiles and wows. Nobody uses wow enough.
Remember, if you want any of the garden signs or birdhouses or badhouses, look at my album and wood art sign.
It's in the description of the video over there.
Address, it'll be sent out on.
If you want to find Jake Willis, he's a pretty easy guy to look up. You just write his name in. He's the owner of the Willis Tower in Chicago. Presently,
It's the Sears Tower.
Yeah,
we love
I'm
it.
not down with the name changes, so like I kind of stick with the Sears Tower thing, but the Willis
Jake,
Tower thing I can.
You're so vain. You're so vain. You probably think that this song is about you, and it is. We love you.
We go
Jake.
on the deck and crank some songs. Come on over to my house.
Belly laughs. I will come over as soon as I can.
XRT.
Come on over.
There we go. That's right. That's where we're supposed to be headed soon.
Love you, John.
Is being alone.
Are we doing this next weekend, John, too?
We are doing this next weekend. We got some really special guests lined up next weekend. This weekend we're mourning the absentness of the summer camp this weekend, and we head our heads off to the Goldbergs and everybody else involved, and from Bridget to Vanessa to everybody. I mean, everybody involved.
Vanessa's going to be there, too.
Just listen.
Yeah.
I'm just saying thank you right now.
Buy the stream. Check out the summer camp.
Yeah, dude, buy the stream. It's only $25. It's there's no tax or fees attached to it. Probably go check that out after
Your
Cody's
local
show.
artists buy material. Laura buys grass fed.
I'm sure they got a merch tent set up at summer camp somehow.
Got a package in the mail. Laura's got 2 things on. She wants it.
I'm sure they have a virtual Three Sisters park set up online.
T-shirts and stuff like that. But support your local artists.
Everybody can take a shower if they want. There's that. You know, you can.
This
you can
venue
tune in
lets
to watch.
cats in.
Oh, I smell. I do smell.
You can bring your own drinks, which we love you, summer camp. But we can bring your own drinks this year. We love you guys. Anyway,
Well,
all
that's
around.
pretty awesome.
Chester says hello. Hey,
Chester,
everybody. What are we going to do? Dad wants to go play Frisbee. You want to play Frisbee?
People only have about 10 minutes now to get to their tents and get their shit together and get back to the show.
Right.
We love you guys, man. I don't even know how you stop these things. I'm going to tell everybody on Facebook, thank you very much for coming out. We love you very much. And we'll see you next Friday at 4 p.m. till question mark. Because that's the way it's going to go. Tonight was brought to you by Bill Graham and Shan Hoon and Jake Willis and Phil Strauss and Chester the dog.
Love you guys. Everybody go check
Love you,
out
Jake.
right now.
Nice love, Jake. Thank you for big hug, Jake.
Big hugs, everybody. Virtual big hugs, online big hugs. I like that idea, Phil. Good idea. Big hugs. Love you guys.
There's no way when I see everybody that I'm not going to give a hug.
Nope, it's going to happen. You know, awesome. You guys rock. Thank you very much for coming and all that. I'm going to close Facebook and then we'll figure out the way we end the other thing.